You are now listening to Nerd Rage Radio with Bobby Skullface and Adam Russman. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only and may not fit with your sensitive sensibilities. You may be a victim of meaningless outrage, or you may, in fact, be a big ninny pants. If this is the case, please feel free to turn it off now. This is no country for ninny McNinny pants. So crack open the Mountain Dew. Make sure the cheese doodles are super fresh. We're in your mother's basement. It's Nerd Rage Radio.
Batdick! 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 Batdick!
Talking about that dirty little Batdick.
It's not little.
Yeah,
It's not big either.
It's not huge either. I thought they were going to do like a huge old swinging hog.
Well, think about it. I want you to think about it. Batman's 6'4". Mm-hmm. Okay? He's been in a compression suit all day. So that's shrinkage factor. All right? Remember you ever had like your jock strap on when you were a kid, or a cup when you went to martial arts, you had the cup and your shit's getting all pressed up?
I wore mine outside of my pants.
Did you really?
Yeah, couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand it. Hated it.
Or I would say jogging shorts, but you never put on jogging shorts or biking shorts maybe. Shit's all pressed up. Hey man, think about it. Super shrinkage factor, like in a cold pool. Maybe. All the blood's being pushed out of it.
I read it.
Swinging freely.
I read it today.
Saying, hey.
Phil let me borrow
That's
it.
right. I'm circumcised.
Yeah. Dude, I was talking to Gary one time, and he made some foreskin joke.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'm uncircumcised. And he's like, really? He's like, that's fine. And I was like, no, I'm kidding with it. And he was like, yeah, I just can't imagine your dad saying, no, I want him to look different from everyone else.
I wonder what the percentage of the population of the world is with the circumcised, uncircumcised.
I mean, it's definitely changing, because it's not as vogue anymore.
It'll be outlawed here in about 10 years.
Yeah, and probably this is probably the right call.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
Dude, so how was the book? And welcome to Nerd Radio. Let me rewind that real quick. Welcome to Nerd Rage Radio, episode 161. And you heard from Mr. Bobby Skullface.
Hello.
Mr. Joe KW's here.
What up?
And I'm Adam Russman. And today we're going to be talking about superhero genitalia. That's how we're going to start the show, and that's how we finish it, if you know what I mean.
Dude, who do you think has a small super wiener?
Oh.
Superman.
Really?
Nah.
Big old farm boy alien dick?
Nah.
Little alien dick.
They had to digitally reduce his junk in the Superman Returns movie. That's a fact.
Look at us in the comic books, man. He's wearing those red tidy whities, and there's no bulge there.
In Master Race, there's a huge bulge.
Oh yeah. It's we've already done this and measured it, and everything.
Oh,
that's the TV. That's the TV.
Again?
Yeah, that's the TV. Who's got a little super dick? Let me think. Looking through
Joker.
Hawkeye 100% has a little dick.
You think? Mm-hmm. Overcompensating?
Yeah, big old bow.
See, so
Cable. Little dick.
You think?
Yeah, big old guns.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe the Punisher is so angry all the time.
Maybe.
So angry.
Maybe.
Wolverine, Angry Inch.
Oh, just proportionately.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I wonder if never mind.
Guy Gardner has a little dick.
You think?
Yeah.
For sure. Overcompensating with his comedy?
In his haircut. Guy Gardner's stupidest haircut in comics.
Yeah, isn't it funny how you want your heroes to kind of like be well endowed? You don't want your heroes to have a little dick.
I don't necessarily.
Think about it though.
No, because I love Wolverine. It's just
if you saw that Batman one and he had a micro penis, you come out feeling a certain kind of way.
Well, it was funny. I did say on Shattercast that I expected more.
Oh, really? So you assume?
I mean, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
But I just,
And dude, he might be a grower.
I expect, and that's fine too. But I just expected it to. I expected that if Batman was more like me, you just see it swinging behind a door, like an open door, and he would stand on the other side of it and just like telescope that bad boy around the corner and give you a little swirly bird.
Familiar. Old helicopter.
Get in the way of fighting crime.
Yeah, the book was interesting though. The Joker is dead in it. Spoilers, I guess.
Jesus. All
Way to go, Adam.
Yeah, no.
Well, to be fair, it's written on the back of the book. Like when you pick the book up, it says Joker is dead. It's like the author's notes for what you're about to read. And
So who killed the Joker? The Catwoman?
they don't say.
Okay.
And
we'll assume it's Catwoman.
It's interesting. The final page of it, I did want to show you. Batman ends up in a
G-string.
no. Why bother at that point?
Banana hammock. Sometimes you have a little mystery, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the mystery's been revealed.
It was still dark.
So he ends up in a church and he comes across this, which is pretty fucking awesome.
Oh, wow.
So for those listening, it's Jesus Christ on a cross. You know what I mean? And he's got Joker makeup painted. It's like a crucifix in a Catholic church, and he has like Joker.
Obviously, it believes in you.
Yeah, it's Constantine talking.
Gotcha.
Constantine's like a major player in it.
Okay.
But Enchantress as well. This is like part of their R-rated line, so it's its own world. And
it is. It's not in canon. Mm-mm. Okay.
Oh, it's his own canon.
Yeah, and it's its own canon, I guess. But it's interesting because Enchantress plays a big part. His father is having an affair, like when he's a kid.
Yeah. Phil told me about that yesterday.
Which is interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah,
you know,
fine.
like I'm okay for the sake of like, okay, we're going edgy, so we're gonna do some edgy stuff. But
I mean, dude, he's a billionaire.
yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're
it does.
faithful.
It does.
Oh, I don't.
It does. I think it does. I think it's kind of a prerequisite. Because if you were just happy with just enough, you just stopped at Millionaire.
Well,
Think about it. Stop and think about
unless
it.
it came from old money.
Don't just respond. Think about it.
Unless it came from old money, though. Couldn't be. He's not necessarily a self-made man. It was. I'm trying to think what else was in it. That was I think that Joker stuff is done by Harley, and I think she's on the cover of issue 2 that hasn't been released. Jim Lee, he bought the Jim Lee. Phil bought the Jim Lee cover.
Yeah.
And it was, beautiful artwork. Lee, I can always butcher his last name, but Bermagiro or whatever his name is.
That'll do. That's fun.
He does brilliant shit.
See, that's definitely the cable.
It was 7 last time when we were turning purple.
Just make sure it's pushed in all the way. Yep, there it is. Was it pushed out a little bit?
No, it wasn't.
Maybe the cable's going bad. We're still recording.
Yep.
It's not the
TV's
box.
going bad.
It's not the box. TV better not go bad.
As long as it's recording.
Didn't you just buy this thing?
Not too long ago. That year that I was supposed to play video games at the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what the fuck kind of brand is Insignia?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's what that says.
I'm trying to think what else. That was. I feel like there was more to it than that, but yeah. Anyway, it was an interesting read. It didn't necessarily grab me, but it wasn't hateful. It was fine. Constantine was, kind of narrating the whole book, and
I like his character.
I do too. I don't know if I needed him here for this, but I do too.
He's the most ground to earth, super fantastic character. You know what I mean? Because he is a wizard, but
rips massive.
Yeah, but he's like a bullshit wizard. You know what I mean? Like a wizard exorcist or some shit. But it's awesome because he barely believes in himself. You know what I mean? So that's cool.
Alan Moore of comics.
Yeah, anything else going on?
Nerd Week wise, I read Master Race. Loved it.
Yeah,
loved it.
Do you have the trade? Mm-hmm. Okay, I might need to hold that.
Yeah. It's very comic booky.
Do I need to go back and read DK2?
I didn't.
All right, good.
It's very comic booky. It's probably the most comic booky of the Dark Knight series.
Okay.
But I kind of felt like that was the appropriate send-off for it.
Okay.
Like it felt like the right choice to make for it.
Is this the end? Sorry, Joe, I'm trying to stretch my leg.
As far as I can tell.
Yeah.
It could go on. It can go on forever.
Okay. It's not like a hard.
It's not a hard.
Gotcha.
No.
Gotcha.
But it was really, really good. Once I picked it up, I couldn't put it down. Frank Miller doesn't do any of the art for the main story, Kubert does, but he does all the art for like these little tie-in stories that are really interesting.
The very back end stuff.
Yeah, but they're intercut like kind of in real time.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, it's very, very well. It's a well put together trade in softcover, but it's like the opposite of these Marvel trades I've been reading recently, where like important information is left out of order at the end of the fucking trade.
Why can't they get this shit together? Is it a cost cutting thing, or is the rights to certain books
to me,
or some
to
shit?
me, it just seems like laziness.
Is that
Like
I can't imagine that would that would be the case.
I can't imagine. I hear you. I don't disagree, but I can't perceive any other reason. So I don't know. I got what else?
You got your Bruticus painted.
Got my Bruticus painted. Looks great.
Yeah. I watched the video today.
Looks great.
So so apparently a lot of people love my toes. First off, let's put that out there. And they had not had my petty here recently either. So sorry, folks.
Good.
Sorry, folks. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out if because I guess people are interested. I saw a bunch of comments about that. Anybody hit you up directly?
Yeah, one person hit me directly.
Okay. Where do they live? Oh, I'm about to do something for Tyler F.
Oh, really?
A Unicron head.
Oh, really?
A big
he
ass.
hit me up and asked me about it.
Yeah. So,
or he was having some. I think he was having trouble contacting you.
It was on that was on my other Facebook page. I never check. I have so many. I just, you know what, man? Like, we'll get into Facebook a little bit later. But all right, let's finish your week. Remind me of Facebook, unless you want to interject.
No, go ahead.
All
Interject.
Right. So I recently moved. Where I'm working. So I'm working around all these different folks. And all of a sudden, it's the same company, but all of a sudden, all these folks are popping up on my Facebook feed. I haven't had any new friends, you know what I mean? So it's not like I liked one of them and there's like a chain of events. They just all started popping up at the same time. I think it's like that proximity thing, man. Like you're always around this person, they should be your Facebook friend because of cell phones.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
That shit is weird, man. Yeah. And then the other day, I went to some training, and at the training, we were talking about some products, and those fucking products popped up on my fucking. Dude, it's fucking stupid, man.
I love it. I love that shit.
It doesn't bother me per se. It's the dangerous implications of it.
Yeah. Dr. Evil comes out of cryo.
It's too late for that. It's no turning back. Yeah. Just accept it.
Says the guy that escaped Chinese rule.
I started reading Batman Rebirth Volume 2. Haven't read Volume 1, but I was like,
Batman Rebirth?
Yeah, so like the second volume of trade since Rebirth. Like, cause,
okay. This is after New 52 bullshit.
Yeah, well,
I forgot that it was named Rebirth for a second.
After New 52 and then whatever else they did.
Yeah.
Now Rebirth.
Gotcha.
So it's fine so far. Bane is a big part of it, and it's good enough.
And Superman still has his underpants now. He's back to underpants.
Yes, I think so. But it's funny. There's this scene where Batman encounters it's like spoilers, I guess, also. But Robin, Red Hood, Tim Drake. No, not Tim Drake, because I think Tim Drake is dead now.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Is that Red Robin?
I don't think so, because they say something like after what happened to Tim, So I don't know.
He might not be dead.
He may not be dead.
Fake
I don't know.
News.
But there was it was Nightwing, Red Hood, and Damian, and they're like all hung upside down.
Yeah, they're hung.
And written on their chest is "I am Bane," like across like I on one, am on another, and Bane on the third. And
but they're not dead. They're just fucked up.
Yes. And then later on, Catwoman gets a hold of like Bane's henchmen, and Bane comes back and finds like them all hung up, and it says "I am Cat." Fucking cool.
Nice.
So I'm reading that, and I read something. I feel like I read the third part of that Punisher series, so I finished that off.
Is that good?
It was fine. It's
more Punisher.
It's more Punisher.
That's how you feel about Punisher.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad read, and the artist and author went well together. Like their styles gelled well together. Not unlike Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb and whoever did that Hawkeye book. Like I would put it in that pocket of the mood matches the visual.
Yeah.
But it wasn't anything spectacular. I finished Iron Fist.
Yeah. Oh. Tell me about the last two scenes, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Did you finish it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because you both were like, I'm out last week.
Did you watch like 6 episodes yesterday?
No, I finished it yesterday. I finished it before yesterday.
I got the impression that you hadn't finished. You couldn't get. Oh, okay.
No, I finished it.
Yeah, I thought both of you were going to stop.
So we're gonna do spoilers on Iron Fist real quick.
Oh yeah,
this has been out for a while.
Yeah.
If I've had time to finish it, I feel like.
Yeah. I finished it while I was finishing some of Joe's stuff.
So she gets the glowing sword.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she's got a glowing fist now.
And sword.
No, but it's just her fist makes the sword glow. It's not a new sword. It's the same sword she's
Yeah, it's the
had.
same sword, but it's the energy is transferring to the sword.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Gambit?
Yeah, not unlike,
I don't know.
Not
It's like an
unlike.
iron sword now, even though steel's better than iron.
I don't know that much about her in the comics. I don't know if that's.
I don't know if
based
that's
on-
canon.
Yeah, I don't.
And
either.
then
the gunslinger Iron Fist.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's canon.
But like, is it the guns that are giving him the power?
Oh, I don't know. We don't know. There is a he goes. I do know in the comics he went through an era. Just because I remember seeing the covers and shit when he was like wearing a trench coat and had 2 handguns
That were glowing yellow.
I don't recall all the ins and outs of it, but I
'cause
remember that era.
Me being ignorant of it, that's fucking stupid. Like the 2 bullets shotting it.
Yeah,
it was
shooting-
the fucking
and shooting the
shadow.
third, yeah.
It was the shadow. So he pulls out the 2 guns. They glow yellow, and he fires a bullet in slow motion because some guy shot him. And the 2 bullets go and they annihilate the one that shot at him all at the same time. It was fucking trash, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I was okay with seeing the
that's
look.
some
Like when
fucking
he
Cedar sound shit.
Oh, it was trash.
when he stood up and had the trench coat on, I was like, "Oh, we're going gunslinger Iron Fist," because I remember that.
I don't recall. So you like that part?
I didn't like the shooting the bullet.
Okay.
But I liked seeing him in the trench coat. I think it's a better look for Iron Fist.
Okay. Without the yellow mask, no yellow mask.
Well, I it doesn't translate, I guess, but I like
It translated in season 1 when you saw that Nazi video of him running around like destroying the tanks with 2 fists. I kind of felt like that worked.
maybe. I mean,
It was
I feel like
it was an old shaky video.
They can always get away with anything if they just say it was a long time ago.
Yeah,
It's okay for it to look stupid.
It's fine.
Let's see what else there was. If anything, that might have been it. I watched The House Wins or something. It's some Will Ferrell movie where he
Opens a.
opens a casino in his house.
That's good.
It's fine.
So what did you give Iron Fist?
I would put it just above. I would put it right on par with Jessica Jones 2. Like they're equal to me.
Okay,
Like, which is
so better than the first season.
better than the first season, better than Defenders, which I think is the worst of the Netflix series. And then there's like the first half of Luke Cage and
The second half.
the second Jessica Jones and the second Iron Fist. I kind of lump into one pocket.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Because I'd put the second half of Luke Cage back in the shit.
It was for me, it was the slowest starting season to date. It took like the episode 5 for me to really want to get into it.
So I would put it on par with Jessica Jones in that regard. The second season, because I had a hard time getting.
Yeah, because the first episode of Jessica Jones gets you. Like the first episode, because the episode starts out slow, and then like the end of it, the girl like kills her parents. Remember in the elevator?
Oh yeah.
So I did like Davos. Davos was cool. Mm-hmm. What happened with
Typhoid Mary stole the show.
Typhoid Mary? But she was good. She was really good. What happened with the brother and sisters was okay at a part, but like the Colleen relationship with him and him training her, that was fucking stupid. But Davos I did like, and Mary I liked, and hopefully we'll see the Bloody Mary hinted in Daredevil. But the thing I want to say that like it was fine. Like I got into it and I wanted to finish it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like pulling teeth. Like I feel like that. It's that episode 2. There's like this dinner party scene that is so fucking preposterous.
Yeah,
it's like, God, are you serious? Are we gonna do like a fucking family dinner with the bad guys?
I would have rather had that. But here's the thing. I think that's the type of scene that can be the greatest moment of a series.
It could be.
Yeah,
but it was stupid.
It's written purposefully to be awkward. And I think you're supposed to read it as awkward, but instead you just read it as drab. Like it just doesn't.
Like they don't have
when Spider-Man met the Vulture as the girl's dad.
It could have been
because that was good.
It could have been in that pocket.
Yeah, maybe.
It's nowhere.
But it's not
near.
there.
It's nowhere near.
It's like, hey, we got 10 minutes to fill up here, and this set is really cheap for us to produce.
Can you imagine if they made it 13 episodes? Like,
Oh my god!
you
Oh
know,
my
like,
god!
Because that's like my main.
I'm gonna smoke my Glock.
That's like my main criticism with a lot of these Marvel Netflix shows is two things. One, I feel like they could all be significantly shorter.
Yeah,
and
this could have been 6 episodes.
Yeah, and I feel that way about Jessica Jones 2. I feel that way about Luke Cage 1, Luke Cage 2. I feel that way about all of the Daredevil. The only one I don't feel that way about is Punisher.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Sisters of the Dragon or whatever the like Misty and Colleen's little thing is.
Yeah.
That could work like a detective type of thing.
Man, I don't want to see a whole series of it.
Yeah, you know what would be cool though, if some of these they had shorts that went along with the main thing.
Yeah, like one shots.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like,
Like
or
a little
even
Netflix movie, an hour and 45 minutes.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do that. Yeah, that'd be fine. But
They probably
the,
all
the
work
thing
better
is,
that way.
all right. So the defenders, I still felt like there were scenes that are like, oh, that's fucking dope, you know. And I don't think I got that in this. You know what I mean?
The only scene I walked away with from Defenders is the one moment where Iron Fist and Luke Cage discuss what is justice.
That was good.
And not for nothing, it's in my top 5 moments of these Marvel Netflix period.
When Daredevil wraps the billy club around that dude's neck and like interrogates him.
I don't even remember it.
It was in like the abandoned like warehouse. It was just tough. Like you could see how he freaked everybody else out there. That was kind of cool. That dynamic, and I didn't mind him in what's his face fighting. You know what I mean? So
I want to see some. Daredevil season 3 is getting ready to hit. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, it's like tomorrow.
Yeah, but
Not
like
literally tomorrow. Calm down.
I want to see some. I want to see some acrobatics.
Okay,
That's something that I feel like I'm missing.
like
with
jumping off a building,
yeah,
and
off of
landing it.
fire escapes and shit, and on the, like I want to see some acrobatics. With
Oh,
that.
Careful
okay.
if you do that, then Punisher might shoot you with a rocket.
That's also true. You have to watch out for him.
Him and Punisher are on good terms now, though, so it's fine.
Dude, that Punisher series.
Yeah, that'll be coming here soon too, right?
Yeah, sign me up for that shit. Like as long as it's on par with
It's
the
already
first.
they've already filmed that though, right?
I don't know. They've started filming, I believe, but I don't know how much they have done.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's I don't know. This Marvel Netflix shit is. So let me talk. My other big complaint. My other big complaint with all the Marvel Netflix stuff is I'm okay with the cast generally across the board, but like 80% of them go too much for me sometimes.
They go
like,
too rough.
They go. It's just like too like Misty Knight goes too much
Misty-
for me.
Misty was a little-
Colleen goes too much for me.
Misty was a
Iron
little bit
Fist
much.
goes too much for me. Luke Cage
Actually-
goes too
actually,
much for me.
not for nothing.
Daredevil goes too much for me. His buddy goes too much for me. His
Yeah, Foggy.
assistant goes too much for me.
Yeah.
Like there's very few characters that don't go. Jessica Jones goes too much. Like sometimes we're just like, but I'm rebellious and I got an attitude. I'm wearing the world on my shoulder. You want a problem, motherfucker?
I did feel like Danny was a little bit better in this. than he was.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
in other
I think he's got a
performances.
better grip on that character.
Yeah,
now.
I agree. I think he's a good actor. I think he's a good actor. So, and I do like the fact that he left. You know what I mean? I thought that was appropriate.
Yeah. No, that,
Yeah.
and I think that could lend itself to a more interesting show over there
Yeah. So, I do wonder.
in the land of the golden dragon, Joe.
I'm not gonna like the fact that if those guns are empowered with the essence of the Iron Fist, and because he was an Iron Fist, or he is an Iron Fist, he can tap into that, but he still doesn't have his normal powers.
Yeah, I would prefer if he's rediscovered his powers in the
Yes.
3 months and now can take it to the next
Yes.
step of
Yes. Yeah.
I'm on board.
Yeah. And Colleen, that's just fucking dumb. And then also allow Davos to come back and be an issue if need to be.
Colleen is there's so many of them. They just go too much. Even Typhoid Mary goes too much for me sometimes. Like it's just like too much of an attitude. Too much of a I got an edge. You want to see how fucking sharp my edge is, bro?
I think she's just deadpan, dude. Like she's just like a killer.
Sometimes when it works, but when she goes too much, it's like
Oh, when Davos was coming back.
just generally
Yeah.
all of these characters. I don't know. Maybe it's a directorial issue. I don't know what it is, but like a lot of them, they just go too far. Like
Yeah.
where like I just hear Tony Stark from Civil War saying "fucking badass." Like, like whenever they're talking, like when he's like, yeah, we were out saving the world and flying around because we're badass.
Did you see that?
Yeah, he's being mocking. Like he's mocking,
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I don't feel as married to it just because it's the further they go, the more disconnected it seems. So like there was a point where I was like, man, in order to get the full enjoyment of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you need to be watching Netflix. I wouldn't say that to someone today.
Yeah. It also makes you realize that there are some characters that are just awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they've been treated in an awesome way. And like maybe just Daredevil isn't that guy.
I think Daredevil
I mean?
is that guy. Though.
Maybe.
He could be.
I think he's.
I'm not a big Daredevil fan, but I feel like he could be.
his.
I don't think
the stories to be told are very thin that would translate very well.
So of the core cast of Defenders, Marvel characters, and we'll throw the kind of outliers on there as well. We'll throw the Electras on there.
Okay.
And people, like he is the one I'd recast.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And from day one, I was just like, you don't feel
you just don't like that guy.
No, I think he does a decent job. He just doesn't feel like Matt Murdock to me. Like
But see, that's the thing about it. I don't even know who Matt Murdock. Like I feel like I know who Bruce Wayne is.
So all of
you know what I mean. Like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like I know who Bruce Wayne is. I feel like I know who Clark Kent is.
Yeah.
I feel like I know who Peter Parker is.
You know who Wolverine is.
I definitely know who Logan is.
Yeah.
I don't really know who Matt Murdock is.
Yeah. Well, I only know him, to be fair, from Daredevil Yellow and the Frank Miller run, which is a huge run.
Yeah.
But that's also 30 years ago now. You know, like
I mean, I know he's a Catholic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's a big part. Like, but he's not like.
What does that mean though for the character? You know what I mean?
Well, like any like devout Catholic, like I feel like
it's not running around on the streets beating people to death.
True,
half to death,
but walks around in a bit of a living paradox.
Maybe,
you know, and I dig that about him, but he's not as goofy as Matt Murdock is in this show. Like he's more along the Bruce Wayne archetype in the sense of my life is business. Like the decisions that I make are business. I feel like this Matt Murdock, he's 100% going to the fair if the fair comes to town.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's gonna have a smile. He's gonna go with Froggy. He's gonna have a cotton.
Oh, because he's like having
he's gonna have a cotton candy.
Yeah,
you know, he's gonna like, and then he's gonna, and then later that night he's gonna put on his mask and he's gonna go to work. But I feel like the separation between who Daredevil is and who Matt Murdock is in Netflix is far greater than what I am familiar with from the comics.
I don't know.
How's Ben Affleck, Matt Murdock?
You know, I'd have to watch it again.
No, you don't.
I'd have to watch it again. Yeah, I mean, I know that movie's not good. I never liked it. I never liked it, but I'd have to.
The Coolio version.
I'd have to.
Coolio version, much better.
I'd have to watch it and just look at his portrayal of the character and nothing else because I already know it's bad. You know, but in my mind's eye, I don't mind Colin Farrell's Bullseye. Is that crazy?
Yeah, a little bit. You know who the worst is though is Elektra.
Oh yeah, she never seemed right. She seemed.
She got her own movie after that even.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah, she did, and that movie's not bad until like the ninth.
Yeah. And then it's fucking stupid.
And then like you see the credits, and you're like, wait, what? That's it? That's the moment?
I can't. Is this throwing her size to some bushes and shit? That's all I remember. It's being ridiculous. Like, what the hell? Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
But I mean,
isn't it about some kid that's going to become a demon or some shit that she got to protect? Like she's supposed to kill the kid, but then she protects the kid or something stupid like that.
I don't know. I hope so.
I can't remember. I couldn't. Dude, if that was like one of the questions. You know, somebody's pointing a gun at your head, I'd be like, I don't know.
I'd be like, it gets really bad at the end. Jennifer Garner doesn't even look Greek to me.
No, it's all Greek to me. So, anything else?
I changed my name to Elektra also. God damn. Just drop the second name. Elektra Nachos. You mean like, yep, just like that. How often do you think that happens? Do you think she's ever ordered nachos?
No.
Do you
Are they pita nachos? Maybe.
I guarantee she carries a chip on her shoulder in the Netflix series about nacho chips. Guarantee it.
Oh, man.
She's like, give me a bag of Doritos. Of course, you default to nacho cheese. She's like, of course not these, you fucking insensitive twit. Nachos. That's what my mom used to call them. Dude, do you remember this period where my mom went on this like self-made diet? She lost like 60 pounds, but she ate nothing but tomatoes, Tostitos chips,
like salsa.
No, not together.
Oh, just
Separate meals.
Okay.
That's a crazy person.
Oh, for sure.
You haven't even gotten to the crazy part. You haven't even gotten to it. You ready for the third component?
Uh-huh.
Baby food.
I do remember that.
I mean, it's nutritious. It's got everything a baby needs, so I guess you can eat it. Robocop eats baby food.
Yeah.
There was all this baby food like around the house.
For the organic
and
components.
she'd just sit down with a fucking spoon, and I was like, "You are a goddamn freak."
It's got to be expensive too. Baby food isn't cheap.
It's so small.
Eating the quantities.
Small portion control, Joe.
Yeah, that's right. I should know about that.
I wish I had a video. A video would work as well. Just like some shit that she would come out and say, and you're like,
"Oh, did I ever tell the story about the ejaculate?"
What?
This is a pretty good one. I don't know if I should say this for Patreon or not.
it's too late now.
Yeah, you're cat's out of the bag.
Just so you know, if you're not on Patreon, you get great stories like what we're about to tell you.
Yeah,
so go ahead and join.
So, real quick, we were at dinner, as we would be, and
At Outback? Or
no,
something?
at our house.
Okay.
And Laura was there. Now, keep in mind, people used to call me, like friends of mine used to call me like Fridays around 5 or so, and be like, "Hey, do you mind if we come see the show tonight?"
What time's the show?
Yeah, it was called The Show.
Yeah.
Like, because my mom.
That's
would-
a fact.
Yeah, because my
crazy.
mom would get drunk and then she would go nuts. And there was a part of me that was a little offended by it, but I never said no. Always said yes. Like, of course you can come see the show.
Oh man.
So she said, I forget what happened, but
Was she wearing a prom gown?
no, not this particular evening.
Because that was a phase.
Yeah, we weren't going to Ruby Tuesday, so she put it back in the closet, you know.
Like the same one or different one?
Dude, she had like a number of prom dresses. This is during
Probably
that baby
8
food era.
Probably
She-
8 or 9.
She lost so
Right?
much weight
That she started wearing her prom
she started
dresses?
wearing
And I'm
these-
talking about frilly prom dresses.
She went out and bought prom dresses.
Like
started
70s
wearing-
prom dresses?
She started wearing prom
yeah,
dresses
80s, early 90s.
to Ruby Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Ruby Tuesday's
Just like herself and
yeah,
her
like
and
I'm
kids.
not. Ruby Tuesday's fine. I'm not shitting on Ruby Tuesday, but
Yeah, a little bit.
But it's in the TG. It's
a
in
good
the
cheesecake.
It's in the TGI Fridays pocket.
Yeah, I like that too. But
know,
it's
like-
not. It's not a prom dress.
No,
Kind of
no. So,
restaurant.
so
When you're going to prom, it is.
yeah, so we're sitting at the table and Laura's there and she's drunk and my stepfather Richard said something like a jab at her, right? But it was like a playful jab. It wasn't anything to take offense at. It was, you know what I mean? It was like I talk about Laura's long toes or something, like just like just fun.
Long as fuck.
Yeah, and she lost her shit, and she was like, "Why don't you talk to them about all the things you do, Richard? Why don't you tell them how, what'd you say? Why don't you tell them how you can't stand to kiss me and that you have a gag reflex and you won't even kiss me, Richard? Why don't you tell them how sometimes you won't have sex with me and you just turn over and ejaculate on yourself?" And I was like,
That's way too much. That's way too much.
and Laura is like, Laura, whenever,
How old were you?
20, 21, somewhere in that area. Laura, whenever Laura is uncomfortable, she laughs. Like she just, like that's like her defense mechanism. So like she's laughing her ass off. You know, my stepfather feels like he's 2 feet tall.
Oh no.
You know, my jaw is on the table. You know, it was just so. And Big Richard was like trying to laugh it off, like as if she had just returned a jab of the same caliber. Like, yeah, I'll be a good sport about it. Like, yeah, I just ejaculate on myself sometimes. Just roll it. Yeah,
Yuck.
you. I'll get you later, you rascal. You know.
I feel like that's more a jab on her than on him, though.
Oh, dude, it was.
She doesn't care.
There was times where she would break plates all over the floor and then run around on the floor without shoes and socks on and cut her feet up, and then scream, "Nothing can hurt me!" Like blood all over the floor from her.
It sounds like you're making this up.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, one time she called the police to the house, and the police came in. When the police answered the door, she was like, "You know what I am?" And they're like, "Ma'am, we don't know. We don't even know exactly why we're here." And they were like, I'm Shrek.
Oh, I remember that one.
I'm an ogre. That's how they treat me around here. They treat me like an ogre. Like, okay.
And they left.
They should have did an involuntary hold.
I mean, she was out of
Charged with wasting time of the police officer.
she was out of control. You know, especially like, she was drinking a fifth a day.
You know, you ever seen somebody walking around with a baby bonnet? They're walking around nice, have a baby bonnet. Well, don't everybody deserve a baby bonnet Sunday? Nice baby. Don't I deserve a baby bonnet Sunday? She said that to me one time, and I was like, yeah, sure. I don't know what that is. Like the baby carriage with the bonnets and walking around in the park. I deserve that, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah.
That sounds
Of course you do.
crazy as fuck.
Of course you do, yeah.
As you well know, madness is a lot like gravity. All you need is a little push.
Yeah, man. Oh, that was bad. That was real bad.
Sounds like people I work with in the hospital, man.
I went out the Outback with y'all once, and maybe more than once. But there was one time right near the house, that Outback out there.
Well, I mean, we had the one in Elgin City. That was the one that we used to go to.
No, it was the one that wasn't far from.
That was the closest one. Elgin City. Ruby Tuesdays was up the street.
Isn't there Outback up there?
Mm-mm.
Off of 32?
Mm-mm.
Where the fuck am I thinking?
Elgin City, 129.
Maybe it was one on 100.
That's Elgin City.
Okay. And I just remember something wild happening. Like we were there and something wild happening. Like she flipped out on the waiter.
She always flipping out. Right?
Yeah, like standing up. Like we were like in the, like the tables that were like near the bar though.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
like there,
like the ready to sit.
Yeah. Something happened. She was in a dress. She was in a dress.
Prom dress.
I don't know if it was a prom dress. It might have been.
I remember one time this waiter was coming up behind us and dropped a plate of pasta on the bench seat next to Tug, my brother, and he freaked out, like just because a plate of pasta landed on the seat next to you, but it landed like right correctly,
Without
so like
spelling.
only a little bit got on the seat, but my brother like freaked out like bah! And like hit it off the thing and it like splattered all over the floor. The fucking plate broke, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a reflex.
I mean, it, in all fairness, it was like ah! It was like one motion.
It was quick.
Yeah,
It wasn't
it wasn't like he was like whoa. It was like a instant.
Anyway, I gotta figure out how to make it track. You gotta hit this button right here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice. Dude, we're learning so much.
So much.
We are
So
techy.
smart.
We're in the, what is it, the Valley? The Silicon Valley.
There you are. So, anything else in Nerd Week?
No. If I think of something, I'll bring it up later.
All right. Interrupt me.
Are you tired of lifting your eyebrows? And with every lift of your eyebrows, you hear a little crickle crackle in your ears. That's hard earwax, my friend, and you're old and useless. So now you can buy Bobby Skullface's new Bobby pins. That's Bobby's Bobby pins. And they go in, the tip of them is in the shape of a skull. So you too can have Bobby Skullface inside you, in your ears, now on podcast and in pins. Bobby Skullface, Bobby pins.
All right, Joe, do you want to go?
Yeah. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I wasn't. Well, we're talking about. Well, back to beer and both is 40K. We're talking about painting right before the show. Do you have a problem with how your painting is evolved? Do you use different colors too, or you just use the same colors but just different techniques?
No, I mean, my colors are pretty consistent. I'm one of those guys, I don't really give a fuck about the color. You know what I mean? Like,
That's confusing.
no, it's not. Like, I don't need this specific green or this. I just like, all right, I need a brighter green right now.
No. To match with your stuff, match with your own stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Because I'm thinking about changing the highlights I'm using. I'm worried it's not going to match with the rest of the army.
no, if you look at my Space Wolves, there's like 4 different colors of Space Wolves.
And it doesn't bother you. And I don't notice it. So.
No. I mean,
Okay.
if I pointed stuff out, you would because they've changed the formula like 4 different times. So there's
I
like
can
the
tell
old
between the
shadow,
30K
like the
stuff and
old
40K.
shadow gray, like the old Space Wolves gray, and then like there's the Rattle Can that was a different color because it was Rattle Can.
Right.
And then now it's like the Fame.
Someone that rattles the cans.
So yeah, I don't give a fuck. You know,
cool.
I mean,
I was
I've
worried
been
about
using.
like the cohesiveness of an army, like having all the same.
No. You know what? The only thing I would say is like just paint the different units different colors.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean, Joe, whatever you want. Whatever you want, Joe.
I don't know what I want.
Just make sure I have the colors to edge highlight for you.
Yeah. I finally got around to watching Knights of Sedona.
He's zoning out.
I was zoning out for a minute. Sorry.
Hey, that was our beer and we gotta get beer and bottles in sometime.
Yeah,
So we're
no,
gonna start
no,
throwing
no,
it into
no,
Nerd
no,
Rage.
no.
Just 5 minutes of it.
What are you doing tomorrow, Joe? No, actually, I can't do it tomorrow.
Come on,
Tuesday's
working.
done.
Yeah, Tuesday's always done for me. I'm working like fucking 10 hours, 12 hours. Finally got to season 2 of Knights of Sidonia, which came out like fucking 3 years ago.
What is it?
Knights of Sidonia.
No.
Same people who made Blame, whatever.
Blame.
Yeah. So I mean,
No, it's Blam. It is Blam.
It's Blam. It's an exclamation point on it.
It has an E.
Yeah, I know. But
Yeah.
But yeah, it's different than the manga. But I like it a lot. Season 3 is supposed to be coming out at some point, but that's been like 3 years. That was good. I watched Blam after that because I was like, oh, okay.
That's one I've been curious to check out.
I don't think you'll like it.
Fair enough. I'll save myself the trouble.
I mean, visually interesting, world's interesting, but that's not what you're
Is that
about.
the one about the exorcist and like the ghost or some shit?
Not at all. That's
Like
about the
robots.
city with robots that keep building. Like they stop listening to humans and start doing their
Oh,
own thing.
I've seen that.
And like the
I've watched
the whole world is covered in cities because they just keep building, but then
Yeah.
they see
And
humans
they
as
try to kill them.
Yeah, they see
Yeah,
humans
yeah.
as intruders.
I watched that.
I like it, but I
Yeah,
don't
it
think
was
that's
fine.
obviously. I'm into things with just interesting ideas and interesting world without necessarily.
I like things like that because that shit is plausible to me. You know what I mean?
That's what you need now.
Oh, it's hell yeah, man! Fucking cell phone.
I mean, like before long, your Facebook was just start friending people for you. It's like,
Dude,
no, you should
yeah.
be friends with these people,
yeah.
and you can't undo it.
So there's some dating app that's coming out. I think that just hooks people up together. Like, there's no swiping.
Sounds good.
Like they're like here you go. We're setting you up on a date.
I watched a thing about algorithms recently. They talked about the dating algorithm.
Oh, really?
It's interesting.
You want to talk about it now?
No, it's not really worth talking
Not that
about.
interesting. Oh, I want to watch that Go documentary. I scrolled by it while I was.
It's
Is
fantastic.
it because you didn't say the name last
The
week?
surrounding game.
So okay, yeah, because I scrolled past it. I'm like, is that Go? I was like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Watch JoJo Bizarre Adventure live action movie, which I love. It had the look, the spirit, the feel of the
The fabric of our lives.
Dude, Troy. I gotta say,
We've done this one before.
Yeah, but
It's good again.
I heard from him.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
Let me guess. On Instagram.
Yes, on Instagram.
Damn it, I'm good.
And let me tell you, it was a strange conversation. And we're not done.
Isn't it always strange? with him?
Yeah,
Not always
it's
strange.
always
Odd.
odd, but it's not necessarily strange.
Okay. So when did he
so-
hit you up?
So you remember I went past the house. I went
Yeah,
past his
yeah,
house,
yeah,
and I talked to a neighbor of his.
Yeah.
So he says, "I appreciate you coming past." This is months later.
This was
Yeah,
last
yeah.
year.
Yeah, he says, "I appreciate you coming past because I know you came, and I know Miss Shirley talked to you, and I was away. By the way, she's dead now, and I'm different now."
That's all he said.
That was the initial
Intro.
Yeah,
That is.
and I said,
Wow.
that was a while ago, but yeah, that's not the only time I came by. You want to catch up sometime?" And he said, "Yeah, definitely, but one-on-one, not at a party. And I can't lie, I still wish I could have one of your grandma's breakfasts one more time. They were incredible. That bacon and melted cheese still live in my mind."
Not at a party.
Yeah,
Yo, what if he comes out and he's like transitioned?
yeah, I don't like that. Would almost be too predictable. Do you know what I mean?
I can see it.
What if you
I can see
transitioned
it.
and then transitioned back?
Maybe.
No, it would be something. It wouldn't be anything like that. It would be like I'm a Mormon now. You know, it would be something like
Yeah.
so
only wear trench
left.
He just got back from the French Foreign Legion.
Yeah, it would be like something
Something
that
wild.
nothing that you could predict.
Work at the aquarium now.
She's dead now, and I'm different now. Okay, all right, Troy.
That's
Is it-
so like.
Like, does he have a picture of him or anything on any of his Instagram?
not
photographs?
like a real current picture. I mean, he has some funny stuff on his Instagram.
Let me see.
I mean, that just sounds like a line from a movie.
I mean,
Dude, he is a line from a movie.
he's an interesting character.
One of these days, somebody's scrolling through Netflix and somebody's making a documentary about his
So
life.
this is from 2016. This is the last picture he's posted of himself. The same old Troy.
Okay, yeah, that's the same.
Maybe it doesn't look like that at all now.
Let
I
me,
want to see what else he's got on there.
yeah, no, I'm gonna show you the greatest hits because I've looked at it numerous times, but this is a good one. It's a meme of the lady from Columbia Pictures holding the torch, and it's a meme that says, "Bitches be like, I got his phone." What's another one? Oh, here's a post that he made. It's just text. It said, "Half of these people out here rioting last night probably had no idea why. It was just a reason to go nuts. I bet there are people out there like, I'm pissed off because of what the cops did to Freddy Krueger."
Yo, you're gonna see him. He's gonna have a red "Make America Great Again" hat, and he's gonna be
that would
doing
be
some stuff
unpredictable.
for Trump.
And then one time he posted just a claymation of Rudolph and
Yeah, Like the old Rudolph TV show.
And then, of course, this famous meme of Michael Jackson having a bliss moment. And it's a meme that says when you're taking a piss and bust a fart at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, there's a little insight.
And he's not doing anything else.
So we're supposed to catch up. You can send me his number. And I'm going to call him.
You should call him right now.
No, I'm not going to do that.
No, he doesn't want to be.
Yeah.
He wants a one-on-one. Gotta respect that.
Yeah.
So I watched this live action, which is good because usually live action anime movies aren't, or live action anime stuff in general aren't very good unless you're just watching it just to see a live action version of something you like because you're not gonna like it.
Bleach. I was thinking
It was not good.
I was thinking of Bleach.
It gives me nostalgia feels just because I used to be into Bleach. So I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. That looks kind of cool. It's cool to see it in real life, but if you don't know anything about Bleach, it's not good to me. So yeah, I did watch it. But JoJo, I liked a lot. JoJo and
I like it a lot.
I like a lot. Makes me happy. And Kenshin is another live action that's really good. Kenshin might be a movie you guys. Oh,
I feel like it definitely starts with a K.
What?
I feel like it definitely starts with a K. True.
The show.
Yes.
I knew it.
Well, okay.
Just sounds very Asian.
It is. No, maybe
Super Asian.
You like it.
Played by white people.
My favorite. Dude, I prefer it, man.
Dude, I scrolled by fucking a movie on Netflix with Jared Leto as the lead in the fucking Yakuza.
As soon as Ice Cube started making music,
Seems appropriate.
as soon as Ice Cube started working with white people, I was like, ugh, I'm done. I'm done.
Dude, did you see the Photoshop of Scarlett Johansson's Photoshop with the bald head saying she's going to name me the next Aang on the Avatar?
I did. That's fucking awesome. I did. I saw it a while.
No, I'm starting to feel bad for her now, man. That's too much.
Dude, I'm excited about that shit, bro.
I guess we're going to talk about that in the news.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
I watched Expelled from Paradise, which is an anime that came out a few years ago. I enjoyed it. I think the problem with me is I've watched and read so many stories in life that nothing surprised me anymore. So I'm not sure if stories are predictable
You got
now.
it all figured out, Joe.
Just with stories.
You've been wearing your respirator, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been working on resin this morning. So I'm maybe it's a me thing, and things aren't that predictable because nothing really surprises me anymore, unless it's out of the left field and I don't like it. I mean, you guys read a lot of shit. Do you guys get that at all?
I mean, think it's.
Or you just try to not to predict things.
Oh no, I predict shit.
I try not to.
Yeah.
Like I try.
I love figuring things out.
I enjoy speculating, but not predicting, because I want the movie to surprise me.
Except when it's Star Wars and you want to watch all the trailers.
Yeah, but even then, it's the speculation that's the fun part. You know, like because even when I finally got the full,
it's definitely more fun than the movie.
When I got the full Last Jedi breakdown, like the full tip
the song list and whatnot.
No. Like the 2 days before when I got all the information about it. I still didn't read all of it. Okay. I just read certain keynotes that I wanted to know and then left the rest out, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's certain things you have to know, but you don't want.
Right.
Okay. But watching this Expelled from Paradise, I have a question for you guys. It might be a little bit controversial. It comes out in anime a lot. Pedophiles.
Okay.
Is it the physical attraction to a young person, or is it the mental age of the young person that makes it wrong? Say a fucking 35-year-old got trapped in a 14-year-old's body. Is it the mental age or the physical thing?
I think it's. I don't think it's either.
A pedophile, by definition, is somebody who's attracted to somebody who hasn't gone through puberty yet. Right. So I just want to make sure that we're clear on that. If it's a 16-year-old person that has gone through puberty and they have the same body as a 21-year-old, then it's not a pedophile. So we still talk about the same thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, because what he's saying is by definition.
Okay.
So by definition, it's the body type, basically.
Yeah. Is it so? Is it is it a combination of both, or what's more wrong? Is it because the person's so young they don't know what's going on and you're damaging them mentally, or is it just the fact that physically you shouldn't be attracted to them, or is it?
I think it's both. I think it's all the above. I think the thing is that like it's like there's variables to it, right? Like if you're 18-year-old man and you're having sex with a 17-year-old girl and
Right.
you guys have been dating since you were both 17. Do you know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yeah, but that's not. But that's what I'm talking about. That's not a pedophile.
I understand. Relax.
Yeah,
Relax.
I don't-
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not.
So,
I'm
like,
not talking about the technical term of pedophile, but just someone who's into someone.
but the
younger.
problem is that by law we got to put a border around
Yeah.
it somehow.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the best that we can do. You know what I mean? Like, because otherwise it gets too much of a slippery slope.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it happens a lot in anime where like a 14-year-old or 13-year-old looks like a full-grown woman, and
Oh, of
and they
course.
become sexualized, and that's like hentai of them, and
Yeah.
oh, that's gross. That's a 14-year-old or whatever. And we're like, it's a drawn person. It's technically a 14-year-old, but it looks like a fucking grown person.
It's technically just a cartoon.
Yeah, or that too. Like
Yeah.
Yoko was supposed to be 14 when she first showed up. Yoko from Gurren Lagann, she's supposed to be like 14 when she first
Yeah,
showed
there's
up.
no way.
Yeah. But that happens a lot in anime.
Yeah.
But then also there are the opposite, where it's like a 20-something-year-old looks like a fucking 10-year-old
Yeah,
in anime also. Either,
Right.
just by archetype or the mind got changed or whatever it is. I'm like, man, that's a fucking weird thing to think about.
I think it's just, I think that generally, in terms of legally, it's just, we want to protect the kids. We don't know exactly how to do it the most appropriate way. So we just set up something that, okay, here it is. This is the rules.
So there was a controversial scene when the Interview with the Vampire came out because Clarice, or what is her name? Clarice, the female vampire, the little girl,
Kristen Dunst.
Kristen Dunst,
Yeah.
because she's supposed to be like 100 years old
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But she's in a body of a 12-year-old or
and she's
something
pissed
like
about that,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like her and Louis have kind of they love each other. There's a kind of a love affair type of thing. Like that. In the story, it makes sense for that fantasy story. I don't think that's really a bad thing. I mean, you're trying to talk about the effects that this being would have being stuck in the same body forever.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? But I think with a lot of the Japanese anime, sometimes they're everybody's kind of age ambiguous.
Yes.
A lot of times.
And also it's cartoon, obviously.
Yeah.
But it just made me think of the topic.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, in the future, it's possible for us, it might be possible for us to put our brains into something else and then get a whole new body.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
if you get a 35-year-old and a fucking 10-year-old body, then what?
Well, the fucked up part of the conversation is, unfortunately, what if pedophiles are people who just like that's their sexual orientation, which they think that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not like a choice that. And it
I
sucks.
saw some documentary on Netflix about it, and they
Yeah.
had like some guys on there that are like, yeah, it's my bag, and,
Yeah.
Do you watch it? I saw that
I
scroll by
watched
too.
it.
I'm like,
I
I'm not
watched.
sure if
I watched one. I don't know. If it was the
They
same
talked
one.
a little bit on the Joe Rogan podcast. He was talking about that. He was talking that doctor that researches sex, the Asian chick.
Yeah.
But
So-
some of the dudes are pretty interesting. I mean, like like
Are they
it's
in
hard
jail
to talk
or
about.
are they?
No, because like this one guy in particular, he's like, I've never acted on it,
Oh,
never once,
non-practicing pedophile.
Yeah, he's like, I know it's wrong. Like I know it's not okay, but it's my bag, so I just live a lonely life. And
That's his only bag?
yeah. He's like,
Well,
and
that's a problem.
That's my calling.
Yeah.
Is to be alone.
Because some
like-
people have like strong fetishes, but they're not just stuck to that one thing.
Yeah. And the fetish isn't even the proper word, and I've been using it incorrectly because fetish is more about objects.
Well, I use words as how people understand them. Not
No. You're right. You're right. Like that, we all we use that term incorrectly. Like genuinely, it's like, but it's actually a sexual orientation.
Mm-hmm.
But it was some interesting shit, man. Because there seems to be a lot more variety than we think. Just gay, straight, bisexual, stuff like that. Like there's all kind of like if you're a furry and you want to have sex in animal costume, that's just like your sexual orientation. You know what I mean? Like whatever like gets you off.
Yeah.
I would rock a furry.
Huh?
I would do a furry.
Just for
the
tries.
like for the experience, life experience.
That and like it
Check
doesn't
the
hurt.
list.
Like
No,
you can't tell what they look like anyway.
On.
No, I said just check the list.
Oh yeah.
Or they have a suit on. It doesn't matter if the lights are on or off.
Yeah.
It's just like a lab
What is
cosplay.
it? What is it called?
Grab them by the raccoon.
No, they have a name for their car. Funny you said raccoon. They got a name for their character.
Your avatar.
And I guess that might be Avatar.
Alter ego,
I don't know. That's not it.
like Batman is
That's
a
not
bat.
it.
I would want like a real method one though.
Like
Oh, really? No talking?
no,
Oh, I know what it is. It's your fursona.
Persona is fucking.
Yeah, what show was I just watching that was in? Oh, it was Lucifer. They had a furry episode on Lucifer.
it's fucking wild.
Yeah, like some chick like stole some other chick's fursona and like she got killed.
The Devil's Playground.
Hey man, I can't wait for Lucifer to come back on Netflix, man. Can't wait.
It's fucking crazy.
So what was your question though?
That wasn't my question.
Okay,
Like what is?
Is it worse than like the body or like the mind?
Or the mind.
What is?
Or what's more wrong?
Yeah.
Or
What is the
like-
thing that defines it
or
as
like-
wrong?
And or legally, if you
Let's play-
you can
let's-
change. If you can change bodies, like would you make it illegal for someone to have sex with a body of someone less than a certain age or the mind of less than a certain
Well, I
age?
mean, look, so this, right? So if you have a woman who's 25 years old, but
Mm-hmm.
she's mentally retarded and she's got the mind of a 5-year-old,
That's not okay. Though. You're not
it's
supposed
not
to.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that you can still be raped or whatever. And
If
still,
they can't consent.
yeah. Yeah.
Is it a consent? Is it?
I think it's definitely a
that
consent
matters.
thing and understanding the dynamics of consent.
There was like a horror movie or something they were talking about. Somebody had like a sister or something that had some mental issues, and they were like, and like the monster, like the Chucky type monster or Freddy Krueger type monster that was like the villain of the story. It was
Yeah.
like it was like we used to do to your sister. We used to get her to get naked by the time she had ghosts in her pants. You know, and her
That sounds familiar. that sounds.
That is
it's fucked up.
that sounds like some this joke you make.
No,
Sorry, blew out the microphone.
yeah, back off when you do because
Hey, they were complaining about the volumes the last couple of weeks. So,
So,
they
yeah,
probably
the volume
full-
should be fixed, though,
Yeah.
listeners.
Yeah, hopefully.
figured
Well,
that shit
they'll
out.
know by now. We're an
Yeah.
hour in.
Yeah.
So I think that I mean, and that's an ethical question as well because
Right.
they're talking about like these sex dolls that are kids and shit, and like
Should that
there's-
matter?
There's,
That's
well,
a
no,
question.
because it should matter because it might, you could. I think it's reasonable to ask a question: is this going to make the problem worse? Is this a solution to the problem we have with the people who are out there that have those preferences, and this is an outlet for them that's
Safe.
that's
Would
safe?
that give that one
Or-
lonely guy something?
Yeah,
to do?
Exactly.
yeah. Or are we going to make
Or are we
people
perpetuating
freaky?
it? Are we
Yeah,
perpetuating
we're installing fetishes that don't need to be there.
And that's one of those things
Yeah.
you don't know till 10 years later.
What was it? There's a movie I want to watch.
I mean, isn't that diet soda?
Like you go into, it's like a Westworld, but it's
Maybe.
You know
it's
what
like
I
a
mean?
modern Westworld, but you go in there to kill people. It's a movie, but it was like the robot woke up. It's similar to Westworld, but it's not.
East Planet. It's the KO.
But you specifically went in there to murder people.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like that was the whole thing. You get in there to get your demons out. It wasn't like Westworld where you have an adventure.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was definitely a darker tone. And some chick got threw out of a window, but then kept her memories. And she thought she was the light. It's very similar to Westworld, but slightly different. Because Westworld, the concept of the music part is a lot different than a family vacation.
It's not
Like,
so dark.
You want to go there and rape, kill, and slaughter people. That's like the whole reason you go there.
I mean, isn't that supposed? Oh, it's supposed to let you work your shit out so you don't do it in the real world, right?
See, I don't agree with that, man. I think that you condition yourself to get into those type of things. I think it makes you worse. I think that the more you do bad behavior that you're not punished for, I think you're more incentivized to keep doing it, and because I think that hurting people fucks with you. I think the more you hurt people and the easier it gets. I've met people who have done bad things, and they're like, it got worse and worse and worse. I never got punished.
People who need people.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's unanswerable question. I guess it's hard because for one person it might help them, and one person makes it worse.
Yeah, I mean that's,
Like,
the,
it's
that's
just-
the thing. I think everybody's different that way. Like there's probably some people that could have like a. I think there's plenty of people that play video games and listen to violent music to get that energy out.
Yeah.
And
They
then
go punch.
and then they're fine. And then there's other people that can be not inspired, but fuck.
Invoked.
No, impress like they can make an impression on them. There's a word that I'm looking for that.
You'll find it later.
Yeah.
People go to the boxing gym and work it out and not go out and
Yeah.
punch people.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's hard to say.
But we always have to. I feel like we do have to apply these rules to the lowest common denominator of our society. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
It's going to least damage.
what was it? Oh my
You all
god,
fucked up
I'm
today.
Ghostface Killer
Holy
today.
Mannequin,
Crash the van again.
In football, it's
The
Harrison
dude,
Ford.
the Australian dude, Jeff. I don't know, a comedian. He was like
Jim Jeffries.
Jim Jeffries. He said
Jeff.
he was talking about he was like people. He was talking about taking guns away from
Yeah.
you know, and he's like, because you have to apply to the lowest common denominator. I can drive just fine in a 25-mile school zone at 45 and not hit any kids, but someone can't.
Yeah. So no child sex dolls, even though I think they already exist.
I think they do exist, and I think some people have got them
China.
banned.
I'm not going to
I
Google
think
it.
people have them banned.
There was a Kotaku article about it.
Yeah, I saw some article on Facebook about it.
I was listening to one of our listeners. I think it's part of the question. Asked if we heard the Wolverine podcast. I listened to it.
I've heard
It's
about
a
it.
show. It's by Marvel, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's like a drama.
It's an audio drama. I thought it was a podcast, as in like someone in character talking as Wolverine, like this.
Dude.
Oh,
That's a great idea too.
I don't know if I can handle
That's
that.
like a thing, though.
Is it?
Yeah, like podcast dramas.
No.
No.
I'm
It's
saying like
just-
somebody like
It'd be like
if I was
Wolverine,
Wolverine,
Cyclops, and
yeah, and
whatever,
like,
and
we
we're just
all like
talking
got in
in
the
character the whole
like doing a
time.
podcast.
Oh, and did a podcast.
yeah, that's what I thought it
Hey,
was.
bud.
I guess I was the only one who thought that.
Gene's been looking real good here recently.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Fuck you, Cyclops.
Yeah, why are you such a pussy?
Yeah, sure.
Summers.
That would be either too much or just enough.
Dude, that would be fucking awesome.
would be
We're
fun.
deleting this
guys-
right now.
Starting over.
You guys can do it. You guys can do character impersonations.
We just had to give you the
Nobody
right,
can be
we just had to
Batman.
give you the right character.
Yeah, we got a very small.
Luke
range.
Kang. Bruce Lee.
Can you do the bicycle kick?
On a bicycle.
Because no, the verbal.
You should be Luke Kang.
That shit sounded so fucking cool, man. All those like Mortal Kombat sound like
Yeah.
all that shit sounded great.
Yeah, that Raiden Superman.
Yeah.
What the fuck
Yeah.
are you saying?
It doesn't matter.
Really fucking into it
It
though.
was like Ramstein, man. Like I didn't know what they were saying, but I knew they meant it.
God, get over here. That shit was.
Yeah,
He
we-
meant that shit.
Yeah, it's a very American perspective.
Are you a come here or get over here guy?
I like a mix.
Get over here? I prefer get over here.
The come here is always a nice treat when it comes.
Yeah, because come here could almost be like I say come here like if I say come here to my kids, I could just be literally be saying, hey, come here.
Was the
come here.
come,
Oh yeah, when you're mad, it's always get
Get
over.
over here.
was the come here? Was it always was it in the first one as well?
Yeah. In the arcade, it was like one of those variations. In the arcade, it had both.
Okay,
But
it was
then-
like every
but then-
3 get over here's you got to come here.
But then like Sega Genesis only had get over here, and Super Nintendo only had come here.
gotcha.
That's why Super Nintendo was trash.
The fucking blood code for Super.
Yeah,
A
but-
B B A C C.
but-
That's the Genesis code.
But Super Nintendo
Genesis didn't have one.
didn't need a code.
No, you did.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, you
A
did.
B B A C C
You did.
at the intro gray
You
screen.
did. But
Otherwise, it's sweat.
Super Nintendo looked way better. Like
Yeah.
the graphics of the game looked way
Did it?
better. Oh my god!
I mean, then you had a lot more buttons.
I think it was just a better frame rate, right?
I don't know. It just visually looked better. Like the graphics were just way better.
Oh, they way better.
Yeah,
They were. 'Cause I had a
I mean, it was
Genesis.
the Super Nintendo looked really close to the arcade.
Hmm.
The Genesis looked like a home console version of an arcade.
It's just like was garbage playing fucking Street Fighter on the Genesis with 3 buttons instead of you get all 6.
Oh no, you had to get the special
Exactly.
Genesis
Otherwise-
controller that had the 6 buttons.
I didn't have no money, so I got the 3 buttons. That's it.
Yeah.
And lastly, I had dreams about you 2 nights in a row. This last night and the night before.
Finally.
I want to do it so bad.
All right, go ahead.
2 nights ago, like I showed up here. We were gonna do something, but like you were getting dressed for work and looking at me, and then Laura's like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I thought I'm supposed to come over." He's like, "No one told you to come over here." And I was like, "I thought I was just welcomed." And she was like, "No."
You're unwelcome. You know,
Wow, is that,
And then
she rolled up her sleeve on her arm. She's like, you know what this means? Not fucking welcome.
And then you looked at me where it's like, yeah, I got to go to work. And then you walked out, and I was like, just standing there, real awkward, like just me, your kids, and your wife. And I woke up like that. That was weird.
That is strange.
And last night, it was your birthday, and
I like the way this dream's headed already.
me and a bunch of friends, like friends of the cool table, and
cool
Adam,
friends.
Cool friends.
we bought. You know how they have storage wars. You know the storage.
yeah.
So it was like that, except for it was tractor trailers. We all got together and bought a trailer that was supposed to be full of toys, and dumped it into your backyard, and it was all just blankets, and you were so upset.
Have you seen on 144 that somebody bought a Toys R Us tractor trailer, like the trailer?
Oh, did you get your stickers?
No. Fuck. The trailer? On 144, when you're driving home today, look on the right-hand side. Somebody bought a Toys R Us trailer that would attach to a tractor trailer and just has it like in their front yard.
Oh, like a display piece?
Yeah, I'm imagining they do it, that they have probably it looks like the type of house where someone would have a trucking job.
Okay. So
And
they're going to use it?
I'm going to imagine
people.
that they're going to use it, but it's just sitting out there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever dreamt about you, and then 2 nights in a row. It's weird.
You're welcome.
But it also speaks to like how it would be you that we're supposed to buy a trailer worth of toys for you, and it's just fucking blankets.
Joe, he doesn't need more toys. He probably needs more blankets.
I don't need any more
But
blankets
someone,
right now either.
the Buddhists would say these toys are blankets.
For the soul.
So maybe that's metaphysical.
Speaking of blankets, I'll be at Baltimore Comic Con, table 1848.
All right, so I finished Iron Fist as we spoke about before, and been painting a lot. I knocked out a couple dreadnoughts for Joe.
Yeah,
So
good.
there's one.
You want to save it?
Oh yeah. Maybe I want to save this. Good stuff. So finish a couple.
Where's your ad?
Oh fuck.
Shit.
Hey kids, need some shit painted? Transformers looking like shit. Not a lick of paint. Call Beer and Bolters, Mr. Adam Russman. Paint that shit up real fast.
I think last time you started with Hey Kids too, and I was like, in my head, I was like, do I like violence? Do I want to stick 9 inch nails through each one of my eyelids? Anakin.
So I finished my Rogel Dorn. So I got 9 Primarchs done now.
Yeah, I like him. I just feel like he should be more metallic or more shiny gold.
He's pretty metallic.
Maybe I have to see it in person.
Yeah, the whites in there are actually pretty white.
Okay.
Yeah, so I am pretty happy with him. I was really happy with his cape. Looks pretty good. Finished a couple things with Joe.
That's another thing. I did this. I paid for another 40 to 45 hours worth of commission.
So Joe's commission for last year is done. I finished it.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep, only took a year and 2 months.
How much was it?
Don't worry about it.
No, I don't mean money. I mean volume.
I mean, it's
45 hours.
yeah, it's a lot of. Well, what do y'all got painted?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Several dreadnoughts.
Yeah, well, pretty much all the base stuff is done for 40 dreadnoughts, and then you got how many of the 38 dreadnoughts you got done?
3.
5.
5 now. Yeah,
5. 2 big dreadnoughts, 1 completed new big tank,
Yeah.
and 40 dudes.
Are they all done? I took
They're-
10
they're-
dudes home.
They're pretty much all done.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So
And I just dropped the fat stack on you.
Yeah.
For the next.
yeah, drive a fast stack.
Why you think I work all this overtime, bro? I got to pay you.
You know, dude.
I gotta get Joe. I gotta get some money from Joe too here.
I've been trying to pay you
I
for
know.
like 2 weeks.
I have you down on my spreadsheet with a D for deficient.
So I also got a Hot Toys Indiana Jones coming in.
Oh, you got that? Oh, you got.
I
Okay.
did buy it.
I thought you were gonna
let me
like,
tell you
rage quit on him.
Let me tell you the bullshit that
Are
came.
you gonna say
through
his
this
name?
dude.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
Not until you get it.
Well, it's in the mail, supposedly.
But make sure you don't have any problems with it. Make sure,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, dude, if I have any problems, I'm going to PayPal.
I'm guessing you didn't friends and family him.
Fuck no. All right, so we're just gonna call him Didi. All right, and this is from a collectors group on Facebook, but I've never purchased a Hot Toys from there. So it's a Indiana Jones one because I do like Perfect World. I'd have a Luke, Indy, and Marty McFly all chilling in a DeLorean. It's only a 2-seater. Maybe they're picking up Indy. You know, who's riding with Marty? Who do you think? Is Luke riding with Marty? I kind of feel like Luke and Marty would get along, man.
I feel like Luke and Marty would definitely get along
Yeah.
more than Indy would get
Yeah.
along with either one of them. But I feel like somehow Indy would end up in the car.
Yeah.
Side note: when I was a kid, I thought they were the same person. When I was in Hong Kong,
Really?
all white people looked the same to me. I thought Michael J. Fox and Luke Hamill was the same person.
Mark Hamill?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I say?
You said Luke. You said Luke. You said Luke Hamill.
Luke Hamill.
Okay, so I'm gonna read the dialogue. Hey, Hello, is the Hot Toys Indie available? Yep, cool. How much? Didn't see the price on the post. $320 US shipped. And that comes with a pedestal? Yep. Very cool. PayPal? I'll take it. He said, there's a tear on the BG. I'll send you a pic later. The BG, you're the third party, you're the third inquirer, but I want to make sure the tear is fine. Background. It comes with a background. Gotcha. I'll send it when I get home to make sure it's fine with you. Due diligence. Okay. Everything else is good condition, right? Yes. Cool. Then I'm still in. I'll PayPal you whenever you get home. Let me know. Big old thumbs up. So right there, what y'all's read on that conversation?
I thought it was sold.
Okay. So then, all right. So that last conversation was at noon, right? He gave me the thumbs up at 12:14 p.m. 6:55. I have someone offer me $340 to get dibs on this, comma, but I'll send you a photo of the tear just to ensure. And I said, so you're raising the price? I just got home and got a message. I haven't sent the photo of the tear to anyone. There's 3 other people waiting for this pic. I just want to make sure everything's cool with the tear. Give me a second. All right. If you got somebody paying this is his words. I got someone offering $340 to get dibs on this.
Yeah.
All right.
He wants the extra $20.
So that not only that, it means that he told somebody that he's already got it sold for $320 and somebody has raised the price.
Right.
It's not like the guy's like, hey man, is that any, you still got the any? Yeah. Oh, I want to give you $20 more than you offered. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
And I said, if everything else is good condition, I'm down to PayPal you now. I thought we agreed to $320 shipped. And he says, I haven't agreed to anyone yet. I wanted to confirm the tear is tolerable here. And he shows me pictures. It's just like the fold and the little, it's like a trifold background. Mm-hmm. It's fine. I don't fucking care.
Right,
I'm not even going to use it.
Right.
I guess it's more of a crease than the tear, more like wear and tear. I'll take it. No issue. If he doesn't follow through with the $340, I'll let you know right away. The thumbs up again. I'm like, really? You're second dibs. And then he sends me a screenshot. He says, I'll send you a pic later. BG, you're like the third inquirer, but I want to make sure this tear is fine, right? And I was like, I told you this earlier. I'm just saying, whoever messaged me first, you're the second in line. I'll let you know before the end of the night. And so I sent him a picture of, cool, if that's it, I'm still in. I'll PayPal you whenever you get home. Just let me know. Thumbs up. Sorry, thought I had the thumbs up. I meant to say that as a follow-up with the photo I'll sending you. I'm not raising the price on you. Like I said, if it doesn't go through with him, I'll sell it to you. And so he hits me back. At this point, I was like, fuck this guy, right? Yeah. And I was going to be like, I was like going to text him, man, go fuck yourself. You know, like you can shove it up your ass. So 9:38 is 3 hours later. It's yours. I hate this hobby for this. It's like gluttony for the sense of ownership. I'm like, dude, why do you hate the hobby? Because you're fucking trying to douche me out of $20?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You know? And just PayPal me when you're ready. And he gave me his Hotmail. Make sure you have your address right. And this is like 45 minutes later. If you don't want to let me know, I have another guy who wants it. I'll probably sell this in the next hour. I'm just not going to move on this next. I'm just going to move on to the next one. Regards. That was it. So the next morning, I'm like, this is 7 a.m. So I didn't respond. I got the text message at 10. I didn't respond to him. I was like, is it sold? And he's like, no, still no PayPal. I'll just send it to you. I'll just send it to whoever buys it first. Want it? Is your email? You know, it's going to come from Canada. Still, he's like, yeah. And I was like, paid. So I gave him my address. So then got it. It's yours. I'll send it tomorrow along with others I sold. So then this is Tuesday. No, I'm sorry. This is Wednesday morning. So the next day he did send it. The shipping is $60. Forgot how fucking heavy it was. 10 pounds almost.
What, really?
Anywho, there it is. And he sent me this a screenshot of the thing. I was like, all right, thanks. So yeah, you know, dude, like, if there's any problems with this thing, anything, I'm gonna go to PayPal and send it back just to fuck with him, you know. I do want it though. I don't want it to be bad energy, you know, with everything.
I mean, it's a good price.
It's a really good price.
Yeah.
Like I went to eBay and it's like $600, and that's without the pedestal. The pedestal by itself is like $70, and the background. background's rare. But it is a Temple Doom, not the Temple Doom, Raiders of the Lost Ark one. So you can like position him, change out the thing. So I'm excited. That's like the one that I wanted. Like I've been looking around, like the dock I almost got, but then I was like, I don't really want it. But I know Indy is like one of my favorite properties of all time. So I had to get that. So that's coming. So the bad part is I asked my wife, I was like, can I get this? She's like, you don't need that. And I'm like, I really want it though. She's like, no, just don't do it. We got other shit to pay for and whatnot. I'm like, all right, fine. So then, in a moment of weakness, I just fucking did it. And that's why I went to Joe, like, all right, Joe.
And then I was like, you ready for that new commission?
I'm ready to paint for you, Joe.
Got my brushes out.
I'm painting right now. So,
you tell Pam, I was like, this is Joe's money.
I didn't tell Pam, and it's
it's
supposed to get here Monday.
Well, it's fine. You got money?
So Alex is going to be there, like, to retrieve that shit. And I want to see how long it'll take her to see it in the basement. I got to find a place to put it where she, like, won't see it right away. She never comes down there. So
she should be fine as long as she didn't use your money.
It'll be months. It'll be months. We should like do a countdown. Day 58. And she still doesn't know.
She mark it up right next to have a little blackboard.
Yep. Oh, that'd be fucking funny. So that's coming. I'm pretty excited about that. And
yeah, more dolls for you guys.
Yeah, man.
Next month's a big one for me, buddy.
I'll actually have at this point I'll have dolls.
I think some of them got pushed back.
Oh yeah, what all you got coming?
Like 8 things literally, right?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Dooku?
Empire. No, that's not till next year at some time. The Empire Vader.
What Vader do you have? You don't have a Vader right now?
Empire Fett.
Oh, you are getting Fett.
Yeah, we go through this every time.
We do. We fucking do.
Do we?
Yeah, your memory's awesome though.
You at one point said you didn't want a Fett.
Yeah, I know.
It was a long
All right,
time.
we'll do it. Yes, we had that discussion. And after the discussion, I was like, "You're right. I should get it."
Okay.
And then I bought it.
Dance, puppet dance.
Yeah, and I could have predicted it would have gone that way too. So then I'm going to play off my average memory on the fact that I just wanted to hear you say you're right. I got you mapped out like a book sometimes.
That's what you think.
Justice League Aquaman, Justice League Flash, Justice League Wonder Woman, Iron Man. That might be
Is the Mark III Iron Man?
Mark IV. It's the most comic accurate one.
Which one's the Mark IV?
Gold thighs and biceps and red.
That's from
hands,
Avengers.
chest.
I
And I
mean-
think it's from Iron Man 2.
They're all comic accurate. There's a lot of
so
Iron Man
it's
suits.
with the triangle?
Famous Iron Man.
It's with the triangle?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
which is the famous Iron Man? Because I can think of like fashion design off the top of my head that is all like iconic to me. Anyway,
What would you say?
I mean the original, obviously, the silver one.
No, I wouldn't say that's it.
The silver tin can one?
Yeah, that's iconic.
I would say it's
not-
iconic. I would say it's iconic.
but it's not what I think of him. I think of him like the '80s one, the circle one with the yellow sleeves, big old boots, like
red-
big,
the
cuff
red and
on
gold.
The boots, cuff on the thing.
Not the one where you can see the skin. Is that the one where you can see the skin?
no,
That's
no,
just
no, no,
trash.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the best one.
Oh my god,
the
dude!
best one.
I hate seeing that. I don't even like seeing it on shit I'm not buying. Like, oh god, fucking dumb. Like, it bothers
Well,
me.
how do you feel about Batman that way?
I don't like that either. The only person I accept it from is Lee Bermanjero or whatever his name is. I like the way that his looks when he does it, but
But about Alex Ross?
I don't like that. I don't like that. And the fact that he's like against the white lenses makes it even worse for me.
Yeah. There was one Shadow of the Bat where it was some kind of power. When he actually put the mask on, he made the eyes white. I'm gonna look that shit up one of these days.
So which is the which you're saying is the one you know? So which comic is that from, or what era is that from for you? Because I'm thinking different people might have different answers for who's
that's fair.
iconic Iron Man.
That's fair. That's fair. I would say it's close in line with like Extremis.
Yeah, actually, okay, that's pretty iconic.
Yeah, and it's not exactly like that, but it's like I think that like red gloves, red shoulders, red chest, yellow thighs, yellow bicep area, and red boots.
For me, like maybe not the most iconic, but for me, the most iconic is the one when he was paralyzed and was remote controlling it. It's the same design as in the cartoon and the same design as is in the Marvel vs. Capcom games.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the one that pops up
in
my mind.
That's fair. That's fair.
Neutron cannon.
Yes, it's my
A
Sunday's
photon
best.
cannon.
I wish they would put that shit out on a home console.
It is out on the home console.
Is it?
Yeah,
On what? Which one?
PlayStation.
No, it's not.
PlayStation 3? I played it a lot.
Oh, no, not PlayStation 4.
I don't know. I
That's
haven't
what
checked.
I have, right?
Yes. That's what I have, right? They might have it ported. But yeah.
Yeah, PS4. That sounds right.
It's been ported a long time ago.
Can you buy the game, or you gotta download it?
We had to download it. It's so small. They're not going to waste the disk space for that shit.
That does look tight. I was trying to find that.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I
Like
just,
Deadpool.
It just looks like I'm a big fan of white eyes on comic book characters in general. Like whenever they're masked up, like I like Wolverine with white eyes. I like Batman with white eyes. I like.
There's some. It was back in the '90s, man. I remember it.
Everybody was white-eyed in the '90s.
He was in a shaman's tent, putting the mask on, and it was like something about his eyes being white. And I never got another book of it.
Yeah.
So somebody out there, that'd be a Phil question.
He does it temporarily in Batman Begins. Like there's a
when he runs away. Yeah, when he backs out of the
train.
Yeah. I don't have to save you,
dude. I you know what?
he doesn't bet in Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, Dark Knight with the big old. I don't like those
goggles.
It's too much. It's too much. Like because the eyes
They
are
were
like
big, they were
huge.
Yeah.
Like in Batman Begins, it's like just inside. The
Oh,
eye.
okay, because it's a different mask.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Are we ready to get to news?
No, what else I got going on? I saw that Death of Superman. You caught a little bit of it.
Yeah. Caught the third act.
It was fine.
A lot of ass weapon going on.
Yeah, it was fine. Lex was a little over the top. I don't know. It was fine. What else happened?
The one thing they didn't show that, like, I don't know. I think Phil and I disagreed on this, but maybe in my mind's eye, I've written my own headcanon for it. Because Batman doesn't go to the funeral in the comics. He's on the cover, I think, of the funeral, but he doesn't actually go.
The funeral for a friend.
For Superman.
Yeah.
Fake news.
And in the comic, in my mind's eye, he is researching Doomsday and what could have happened to Superman for Superman to die, and where did Doomsday come from, and all this, like during the funeral.
That's in the Justice League cartoon.
Okay,
that's not all right. So there's a Justice League cartoon where Superman gets zapped into the future, and he's disappeared, and like the sun has turned red, so he doesn't have his powers, and he finds Vandal Savage, and Vandal Savage destroyed the planet. And he's like, "Listen, I want to help you get back because there's these cockroach creatures that's the only thing that lives."
And the rest of the Justice League is at the funeral?
And the rest of the Justice League is there. And Wonder Woman makes a comment, like, well, Bruce doesn't do funerals. And, like, he's, like, working. He's like, he's not dead.
I got you.
Yeah.
There's also that one thing that was I think it was in Infinite Crisis. It was like an added scene, or it was a prelude scene or something. Or maybe it was in Final Crisis. I can't remember. But it had Wonder Woman and Superman sitting on, like, a rafter, like, over top of a city. Mm-hmm. Like a building under construction, and Wonder Woman finally looks over to him and to Superman, and she's like, "How did he go?" And Superman looks back and says, "Fighting."
Yeah,
and like she has this like smile with this tear.
That was like in Final Crisis.
That was fucking. It's not even in the book, but it's a fucking awesome moment. You know.
It was one of those New 52 that shows a bunch of different stuff, right?
Yeah, but it may have been prelude to New 52 or something, because it was like a bonus book.
That one, yeah. Anyway. So he's not dead. Anyway, I guess that's it. Nothing else is going on. Did we record late last week, or was it Monday?
No, Monday. We've been recording Monday the last several weeks.
Seems like it seems like
no. We did a Wednesday a bunch of weeks too. I think we had Wednesday, and then we did
a Thursday.
Did we? Yeah, we did a Thursday.
We did it Monday, including this way, at least 3 times, because I put up questions.
No, I think you're right. This is the third Monday in a row.
Dude, I need to stop announcing it because we got so many questions.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. We can hold off for
a while. What? Keep it going. Listen, we might not get to everybody's questions. If your question's not good enough,
we're going to have a segment judging questions.
Yeah.
We're not going to answer them. We're going to read the questions.
We're going to rank them,
and then we'll move on.
If it's interesting, but you don't know if the best is first or the best is last.
But we do have some news to cover today.
A little bit.
That's worth talking about.
A little bit.
I'm looking forward to it, actually.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Are we doing news now?
Let's do it.
Sure.
What? Shit.
Oh, you better think of something.
What, is you going to stare at me?
Yes.
Somebody DJ in your mouth?
What?
You going to stare at me?
I like that. That's nice. Dude, I need some good D's Nuts joke. jokes.
They're all good.
No. I need some.
Oh.
I need some. I need an arsenal.
I started recently, like anytime, like somebody says something, like somebody like, hey man, would you mind picking this? Can you pick up that mop broom over there? And somebody, I can, but right now I'm in the middle of doing this, and then I'll just run up behind him. Ooh, he's not picking up shit. Just being super obnoxious.
Some Robert D shit right there.
So,
I don't Joe's commercial.
he thought he got out of it.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, do you Transformers look like trash? Do you pay only $20 for them and think that's the best you can do? Well, contact Mr. Russman. He'll paint them for you and make them look like really nicely painted trash. Thanks.
It's my commercial.
That's his commercial.
Yeah, that's his commercial.
All right.
Hey, KO, us,
see-
my people, great at it.
For a minute, I thought you were gonna just shit on Chug folks, and I was like, oh boy. I was like, send all that shit to Joe. I got nothing to do with it.
Oh yeah, what I started watching that video.
Which one? Chugs aren't for kids, or
No, the one after that.
yeah, the
Third party.
drama.
Oh,
yeah. What happened with the Chug stuff?
Dude, get in my PI bag.
Yeah. And has anybody responded to that? The drama one?
The one dude, Arturo, was in my DMs within the first hour.
What did he say?
I mean, nothing crazy. He was just like,
You didn't say anything bad about him, man.
Yeah, I mean, I said I think he stole his design, but it's just what I think,
Okay.
and he was like, he didn't say too much about the video, but he was just like, look, I have proof it's not me, and I was like, cool, man. I don't I'm not interested in getting too involved in any of that. I was just from a fan perspective, this is what I see.
You're interested enough to make the video.
Yeah, but even that is not.
You're not going to do. You're not going to print a retraction.
No, it's. I haven't seen anything that would make me do that.
Wow, so his evidence is bullshit.
No, it's kind of like
One-sided stuff.
it's kind of like if
He didn't want to talk about it. Now he put his phone down.
yeah, like, and I'm not gonna get into any detail about it because I keep private conversations private.
Okay, fair enough.
But if
Off the record,
if people were like, Bobby, you know what I hate about him? He thinks that grass is made of cotton candy. And then people are like, no, he doesn't. And it's like, dude. And then there happens to be a screenshot of me talking to you.
Yeah.
Where you're like, dude, your kids are fucking out of control. And I'm like, yeah, and the grass is made of cotton candy. Mm-hmm. And then you screenshot that, just my line, and you're like, see proof. He said it right here. Mm-hmm. I can't deduct anything without real context.
Yeah, context.
And I'm not a big
and nuance.
And I'm not a big screen shooter. Like I generally and
you don't fuck with Doug Hunt.
Nice.
That was good. But unless it's something that's funny. Like if it's funny and everybody thinks it's funny, then I'll share that. But generally, if something goes wrong, I'm going to screen cap this conversation. Like I feel like I feel like it is a wrong choice.
Did you see the one JR put out, the screen capture combo?
No.
On the world's most jacked up memes?
No.
It's worth it.
Okay.
It's like seven different.
Okay. All right. I'll
sorry.
take a look.
It just popped in my little head.
So anyway,
the other guy hasn't said anything.
No, I've never spoken to him.
Okay.
So he didn't mean I even know I existed.
So what was the feedback from your followers?
It was positive. So there's a handful of people that got into couldn't see the forest from the trees with the conversation. Of course, I mentioned KOs. They're like, third party's KO too, buddy. Third party. I'm like, look at you, fine. If you believe that, that's cool. I'm not having that conversation right now. I've had that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it's not.
So all right. So we have the Bumblebee trailer.
It's fucking awesome, dude. It's fucking awesome. Just to see fucking Ravage jump out of Soundwave's chest.
Okay, I gotta say this. I think it looks terrible.
It does.
What?
No, the idea of it is good.
Yes, but I think it looks like video game footage intercut into a movie trailer.
Yeah, maybe the effects aren't done
they're
yet.
not done yet.
But it's not good.
I hope they're not done.
It's not.
It's.
It doesn't matter. It looks like a whole different movie.
I really feel like I said this looked like trash. You guys have been like,
No. I can show you. I can show you conversations I'm having with people.
I had a conversation with you yesterday. You're like, dude, look at Soundwave. He looks amazing.
Yeah, but
yesterday.
Yeah, but you said he looked amazing. I said, yeah, I didn't want to get into it, But I can show you conversations as soon as it happened. I was like, at first I thought it was fake.
I thought that's what I was saying. When I first saw it, I didn't watch a trailer. There was a screenshot of just Soundwave. I'm like, somebody made that at home.
I'm like, this fan made.
Yeah, it didn't look like. Yeah,
Shockwave looks like Shockwave.
Same. I think it looks. It
was Shockwave. Was
And
that?
Snozzberries tastes like Snozzberries.
Look, the designs are great.
Like
It's
the
just-
Prime looked like Prime.
and hopefully it is just a matter of the effects not being done. But all of that shit. I have a theory. So they caught all this flack at Comic-Con.
About Starscream.
Mm-hmm. And I can see them saying like, look, this is what they want. They want the G1 shit. Let's throw some of this shit in there in a flashback scene or something. And then that's why this shit looks
It's
so
gonna be
shitty.
like 2 minutes of it.
Is because it's 2 months. They've been working on it for 2 months.
It doesn't match with the rest of it.
It doesn't look like it's part
It
of the same
doesn't
movie.
look like the same movie. Yeah. You look at those robots, and then you look at these robots.
But the part that does look like it's part of the same movie that did look cool was that projection of Optimus Prime that's like very G1,
Yes.
like in the woods or whatever. It was like hologram. Like I was like, cool.
Or you saw Prime for a split second.
Yeah,
when he
you
was,
could
like,
see
turning
Prime.
around. Yeah, in the corner.
Okay.
You can see him, and he looks like that.
But
Did you watch
but
the new
that-
trailer today?
Yeah,
When it came out today?
yeah. But that looks like when it's in Cybertron. I know what you're talking about. He turns
Yeah.
around and there's tetrajets going across in the sky. Like, but that scene looks video gamey.
Right.
But the
Me
scene
too.
in the woods does not.
Okay, maybe it's the effect's not done.
Right.
I'm hoping so. But
it's
seeing
also a
Ravage
hologram,
jump
it's like-
out, like the scene itself.
Yes, the scene itself
fucking hits all the buttons.
Yes, perfect. But just take your time with it. Make it look right. But you know what I mean? Like make it look right when it gets to the screen. Because right now it looks unfinished.
It doesn't look like a movie.
I think you're preparing yourself for heartbreak.
Maybe. You know,
I mean, like it's Transformers movie. He's already heartbroken.
well, here's another.
They do it to us every time.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing is that, you know, if they were even considering, I never thought they would even consider this route. You know, so like if they were considering this route, I wish they would have just started over.
Well, what
Yeah,
if it is a soft reboot?
I like the way Bumblebee looks.
Yeah, I
Other
do.
than his head.
I
don't
like
his face. I
don't
never
like
liked
his,
his
I don't
face.
like his face.
I never liked his face.
I don't like any of those faces.
I mean, I don't like Bumblebee's face. Period. In any medium.
No, G1 face. I'm good
He
with.
looks stupid.
No, I mean, it doesn't. I mean, it looks as stupid as the rest of it, but it.
Optimus' face looks cool. Megatron's face looks cool.
Megatron's face looks a little stupid.
His eyebrows
in the
are-
cartoon-
his
in the
eyebrows are
cartoon-
whack.
in the cartoon. It looks
Starscream's face looks cool.
Starscream's
Starscream,
face
yes.
looks cool.
Soundwave's face looks cool.
Agreed.
Because the mask. The mask characters look
Yeah,
good.
masks always look good, but I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic,
Optimist?
so to speak. But I think. But I think,
More footage to roll out.
oh shit! I gotta go. Just pause real quick.
All right.
Forgot about his kid. I think.
All right. So you're live on Nerd Rage right now. You got to do a commercial. You got to make a commercial right now. Go.
For what?
Anything?
I want?
Anything you
Make
want.
it up.
Right on the spot, that makes me nervous. Are you plagued by continual sorrow that everybody gets the toys that you can only dream of? It sounds like you may have a personal problem called hurtphilioma. You can contact any attorney. I recommend the one in Brooklyn called Robert Detolf, who specializes in hurtphilioma. How's that?
Good enough. Better than mine.
I went to Robert Detoff and I got paid for my hurtphilioma.
So Bobby's not in the room.
Robert Detolf got me $2.1 million.
I was really sad, and I went to Robert D, and I was full of that hurtphilioma, and he got me paid, and now I don't hurt so much no more.
Robert Detolf got me my favorite fans' toys. Rug, Rosie. It's the girl one, the pink one. He set me straight.
I
I offended a lot of people with this one.
bought those chugs, and I lied to myself and realized I had the hurtphilioma, but Robert D helped me, and now I have cases and cases of detox full with hot toys.
Dude, we're gonna get so much hate for Bobby.
Robert Detolf got me 2.1 Detolf.
Robert Detoff and his crew even helped my detox not squeak no more by moving the glass a little bit.
And they brought in a professional glass adjuster who had his own set of Allen tools. They really got it shining up nice. Now both magnets stick on the top and the bottom, and every LED lights up.
Dude, putting those fucking LEDs, like the screw ones, like, because you can't tape them. I mean, I guess Bobby taped them. I had to screw mine in. They're a pain in the dick.
How do you screw yours into glass?
No. I put them all mine on the top.
I gotta rethink my whole setup once this new house is done.
Oh. We're still recording this, by the way, FYI.
Yeah, I figured. It's okay. I'm not, my life's an open book.
All right. So I'm actually holding Bobby's phone because he left his phone here.
And we answered.
Dude,
Bobby forgot his...
Oh, he's not,
Yeah,
he's
so
not even in there?
he's not in here right now. He's running and taking care of some business.
Yep.
So I got you on Bobby's microphone, me on my microphone, and Joe's on his microphone.
You're cutting out.
So how was your nerd week? How was your nerd week?
My nerd week, dude, it's been uneventful lately, but nerd week wise, let's see, I watched Solo officially. I thought it was pretty good, actually.
All right. What do you rate it?
I watched the bootleg version and wasn't into it, but then I watched it like the real, the digital release, and I liked it.
Out of 10, what do you rate it?
Out of 10.
I give it a 7.
I feel like 7 is like the safe spot. We can't pick 7 anymore.
7 is like, that means you're good, but
Yeah,
you like it, but
he's
you don't
too
love
safe.
it.
It's
Dude.
not an 8, so it has to go down to a 6 then.
Great commercial from Jisk. We answered your phone. So what happened? Do you want to talk about this on the podcast?
Oh no, I had time. She gets off the bus at 3:56.
Oh, Joe's like, it's 3:30.
I thought it was 2:30.
I was like,
you just left him.
She gets off at 3:56, so it's 3:52.
Where's Barrett?
It's fine.
All right, just
I
any
have
other
time to spare.
words of wisdom, or do you need something from Bobby right this second?
No, I was just calling to shoot the shit. I didn't know you guys were nerd raging it up
I
on a Monday.
think you did.
Shot it.
You fucking glory hog. You know what you wanted to be.
You knew. Hey, I put out when we're recording. You knew we were recording.
The thrill is gone in this relationship.
All right, man.
I'll call you back.
Later.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye. Great commercial from Jisk.
Good.
So technically, you're up though. He's not gonna get you off the hook.
Oh, that's fine. No. I'm up next time. Next time we save. Next time we save.
Okay. Okay.
So I just think I love it in spirit. I just hope that it gets the same. If it ends up looking as good as Bumblebee looks in the regular footage, then beautiful. But if it just looks like this, I'm like, this looks wrong.
It doesn't look like the same
Something
movie.
looks wrong about this. Like, what if Bumblebee designed a CGI footage to show them that
What it was like?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
he reconstructed it himself.
that's what this looks like to
Yeah.
me.
So I think that also the difference is this Bumblebee is like a compromise, right? He has more G1 aesthetics with like fully covered yellow panels, while he still has the movie aesthetics.
Yeah.
Where the Cybertron footage is just so far out, like not in connection with the movie stuff that it looks off.
I wish there were some pictures of it.
Or what if somebody was like, what if Bumblebee was like telling a story to somebody, like one of the kids that like hangs around the circle. He's a bit of a loner, a bit of socially awkward, and he makes this like movie. Like, did it look like this Bumblebee? And like that's the footage that we're seeing.
We'll see.
Yeah, no, we will. I'll be there. Regardless.
I might go see it now.
Nice.
So the trailer has been effective in regards to that.
Well, good.
Okay, we
And
can all go
I'm not
watch
gonna-
it, and we can all.
I'm not going to see it on a
afterwards.
Thursday. I'm not going to see it on a Thursday though.
Oh, okay.
That ain't happening. If you guys want to see it Friday, I'm down.
Yeah, I don't. It's rare that I can get out.
Yeah.
Anime Redemption. Do you guys want to talk any bit about this Avatar thing? I don't have much of a dog in this fight, but
Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, it's the creative team from the series
Original
originally.
series, yep.
So that's very promising because I feel like of course, they're going to love the material. I mean, Korra's still been. Korra was amazing. The comic book that keeps on continuing. What I've read thus far for the Airbender stuff has been pretty good. I haven't finished it all. It's not like I don't know. Like I don't know why I haven't read it all, but I have it all. I just don't know what to do with it. I haven't read it. But just that picture of Appa and like
with
Aang,
Aang.
and Appa's a hard 6-legged flying bison.
With the beaver tail.
It's hard with a beaver tail. It's hard to pull off.
Yeah.
yeah,
it's hard to
agreed.
pull off.
It sounds like it would.
Yeah. but they're making it happen.
It gives me all the nostalgia feels. Just that picture. I don't know.
Yeah, and you know what? I hope it is. I hope it is line by line, same as the animated series.
I don't.
You know, I mean,
I want a spirit to be the same. I don't need to watch the exact same thing in a different format.
I don't need to, but if it is,
well, I wouldn't be mad about it,
Yeah.
but that's not what I would prefer. I prefer the same spirit, same story, but not.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be frame by frame. They specifically say they're not going to whitewash people.
Yeah,
and going to
yeah.
give some race appropriate casting.
well, thank God,
So it's not going to be a
I want to be true to the
shaved-
material.
all Asian people.
not
true
going to
to
be
the
a
material.
bald Scarlett Johansson.
True to the material.
I mean, that movie got some flack back in the day,
Yeah.
and then like the people
Yeah,
who
it
were
did.
Asian, like ended up being Indian Asian and not, you know, Asian, I guess. What's the proper term for that?
Fucking no. Oriental.
I don't want
I
to say
don't
it,
think
Joe.
that's it.
I don't want
I
to
think that's
I
it.
say it.
I don't think that's it. I know enough to know that ain't it.
I guess I don't.
So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful.
Let's we gotta there was a big Disney meeting this week, like for shareholders and shit. So there's some stuff that we got to talk about. So like the Gambit rumors back on the table.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude.
Now let me talk about why.
Reset the clock.
So
The Gambit movie is the new Squats.
yeah. So Feige,
Fish.
the same.
Fish.
He used some interesting verbiage that he will be overseeing the X-Men product.
Yeah.
But not that they're starting over. You know, like he didn't say we're not starting over, but he didn't say we're starting over. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the way that he
Maybe they assume that we're going to start over.
dude, what if this shit just continues on
Oh my God. How could it?
because of the money and shit that's invested into that product and like
I mean, they might release the two films, but that doesn't mean they're not going to reboot X-Men. And
no, it
else.
doesn't. It doesn't. But it doesn't mean they're not. They're not either. Do you know what I
And
mean?
you know what? And maybe it'll be one of those things where Scarlet Witch and the Phoenix destroy the universes, and then you have the blend. Maybe they're writing something in like that. I'd be
Maybe.
okay with that.
Dude,
I just
if somehow they fitted in the No More Mutants with Scarlet Witch and why there were no mutants, and then they came back.
that would be something.
Joe, I'm so proud of you.
That would be something.
They were
Yeah, that would be
they've been
awesome.
in the like House of M the whole time,
That would be
and
something.
Wolverine.
No, but House of M has all the mutants, so it'd be the
Oh, yeah.
after House of M.
Yeah, Decimation, something like that.
Well, they're doing a Scarlet Witch TV series, and based in the MCU.
Is what's her face going to be
I
it?
don't know. They're doing a Loki one and a Scarlet Witch one.
A
So
live TV show? Or?
on the new streaming service.
with the actual actors.
Yeah, no, they haven't announced that.
Okay,
But here's a couple interesting things. If they did that with Scarlet Witch, and she said no more mutants way before Sokovia,
Yeah.
you know, that would be interesting.
Yep.
Loki, though, what story do you want to see, Loki?
I don't.
I have two. I want to know what happened on Asgard when he was ruling it.
It seemed really mundane.
It seemed mundane by the time we got to it. Was it always that mundane? Is the question. And how did he link up with? What's the missing link between him falling off the Rainbow Bridge and him being a servant of Thanos?
Oh.
Hmm.
Wait, falling off the Rainbow Bridge takes you to
The asshole.
the asshole of the
The
universe.
devil's asshole.
Yeah. So he
Sitar.
landed there.
No. That was only because the Rainbow Bridge was broken. We don't know what happened when he fell off of Asgard.
Like that would be a story I'd be interested in knowing. The ins and outs of.
Maybe don't they say they have build a wall? Did they build a wall in Asgard?
It's just so like you to want to just build a wall.
Yeah, build the wall. You know, people are just falling off. You know,
Yeah.
to keep you in.
Well, the water.
not to keep other people out. It's to keep you in. How about a fence, Joe?
Where does
A
that
fence-
water come from? It's just constantly pouring into space.
Yeah.
I think it just loops back around to the middle again, like a water fountain.
What a stupid planet.
It's not a planet. It's a flat Earth.
It is a flat Earth. That's a fact. But yeah, and then Scarlet Witch. That does. I think that whatever Patreon thing we do this week for our $10 folks should be about, projections for the Marvel universe in the future. And
What do you see Marvel in 5 years?
yeah,
It's gonna jinx it. It's gonna be dead in 5 years.
Well, so keep going with Iger. He had some more thing to say.
No, not a whole lot. Just that he's taking over the X-Men franchise as an overseer.
Didn't Iger have something to say about Star Wars?
Iger is in Star Wars.
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
Okay. I was like, don't you fucking glaze over that, motherfucker.
No. I put that in there.
Okay.
The possibility of Marvel TV we talked about, and then the Captain Marvel trailer.
Yeah, it's fine.
Cool.
Her hero.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I like the blockbuster aspect of it. It was cool to see they digitally de-aged
Samuel Jackson and Coulson.
and Coulson.
Yeah, they look good.
I like the mask. Like they
The
had
mask looks great.
Yeah, so it had like a purpose. I mean, it looks fine. You know, I don't think they gave a lot away. Like the hitting the old lady was cool because that's from one of the books.
I love seeing the reaction to that of people that don't think that's a scroll or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
the
Like
scrolls look cool.
yeah, the scrolls
Yeah,
look great.
I like them.
So I'm you know, it's a teaser. So you know, or is it a trailer?
I think it's a trailer.
Really? It's fine. It's fine. I guess it's gonna be interesting. She doesn't really know who she is. You know, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, that would explain the pilot aspect of her, I guess.
Yeah. I really don't care yet because I'm not really invested in that character.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I care about the potential of that character. Like I care about
it's going to be cool. It's don't get me wrong. I like
how many more doors she's opening up into the general world.
Yes.
Is kind of what my interest is.
Yeah.
I'm
the universe.
interested the fact that we get through her, we get more Thanos. You know what I mean? Like we got to do this first, and then we get more Thanos.
I'm kind of like we get her, and then we get more about the Kree, more about the Nova. More
Oh
about
yeah,
the,
maybe.
you know, like that's my.
But
thing.
let's get back to Thanos.
Yeah, so I don't have any like I'm already. I think my mind is already mentally trying to set myself up for what is life like without Thanos. You know, like I think that's where I am with Marvel right now. Like because that Thanos shit is so close. You know, like it's just 1 year away from when it dropped or whatever. Like
Isn't
it's next year.
Damn.
You know, so
Is
like
it May?
no, I think it's June or July. I think it's whatever Ant-Man spot was.
I just pushed everything back a little bit.
No. I'm saying like whatever Ant-Man slot was of 2017 or 18, they hold that slot of 2019.
Oh, was Ant-Man early?
No, it was midsummer. Like Ant-Man got the midsummer release this year.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like it was due out next year and they got it.
No,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's the spot.
Yeah, the
month,
slot.
okay.
But I think that I'm like so I'm more interested and curious about like you know what possibilities this is, especially with you know the Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, all that kind of stuff. You know, Skrulls, all that shit is so tied together that it's like what's the end game to this? Where does this go? What does this lead to? What are the stepping stones being laid here?
Somehow introducing Fantastic Four and X-Men and stuff.
Because I don't think her purpose is for Infinity War. You know, like I think Infinity War.
Oh, no.
I'm not saying that you're saying that either. I'm just saying I think that the plot device that she is serving, you know, is going to be significant. You know, that's what I'm interested in.
I think she's going to be the new Captain America, or maybe the new Iron Man for this next phase. She's going to be the main star. So
She's held that position before, you know, in the books. Like she's been the main.
yeah.
It's a appropriate choice for her. So, real quick, I just wanted to say this isn't anything we necessarily need to talk about, but that Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross are doing the score for the Watchmen. Like
Dude,
sometimes
those guys, like the picture of them together, looks fucking wild to me.
dude, it's crazy to me seeing like you know Trent's like super jacked now.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah.
I don't like it at all. Like it fucks with the way I listen to his old music.
Really?
Yeah, because now all I see is new Jack Trent talking about he's hurt. I'm like you're not hurt. You're sore.
You want that?
They look like two guys that are getting ready to pick up their kids from soccer practice.
Yeah, well, he's been upfront about it. Like he was like they asked him one time recently in an interview, like, would you work with Manson again? And he was like, absolutely. And he's like, but it had to be different. I wear suits now.
Yeah, he's sold out. every show that he has.
He went sober. He got sober.
You prefer heroin?
Well, no, he was more of a drunk. He was more of a drunk, but like, you know, like
the look.
There is a comedian,
and a fiend, and a driver,
and a flyer. There is a comedian that said, like, you know, how do I teach my kids about drugs? Like, I'm like, get to heroin. I'm like, look, it's really bad for you, but it's really good for my record collection.
So the material.
About the material. And then the other thing is the Batdick, which we already covered. And then lastly, these
uncovered.
Uncovered. These Joker images with the clown makeup and all. Mm-hmm. Dude, the meme that's been going around of like the picture of him on the street that says why they got promotional images from the Hot Toys figure already, because it looks like the straight up Hot Toys. Like, it looks like a Hot Toys announcement. Let me see if I can find it. It's so fucking funny. But like, what do you think about this makeup? What do you think about it?
I mean, that's definitely not his final form.
See, that's my thought as well. But let me say something. I just want to say this. I feel like we had this conversation before
about
Jeremy.
We did. We absolutely did have this conversation. The conversation went, "Oh no, this is just like the 80th anniversary.
This is a promotion
for
you guys got
Joker.
We got this all wrong.
Yeah, the damage on his forehead. That's not going to be that way. And the teeth.
It was.
I mean, he doesn't even have
it. You had the Hot Toys of it.
Yeah, no, I don't hate that. I don't hate that Joker. I really don't. I know a lot of people do. It's not my favorite Joker, but I think that what saves that Joker for me is that one moment where he offers Harley to Tattoo or whatever his name is. Is it Tattoo? Common.
Yeah.
You know, because and then when he gets on the lap of that security guard, because like what I have come to realize that I really like about a Joker is the ability for a Joker to make me physically feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. You know, I definitely get it with Ledger during the, like, why do you dress up like him? Like during that whole bit. Mm-hmm. And I get those vibes from this Joker in a different way, but that's what's most important to me.
And I think that Common would have been alive if he had fucked Harley.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And like you know, you always say with the tied shoes bit, I think had this happened on a Friday night, had it happened on a Saturday night, and he said no, that might have been his life-saving thing. You know? You just never know. And like I dig that about this Joker. I'm not anti this Joker, but I do feel like this new one, they're pushing that imagery so bad, and that imagery has history. Obviously, it has history to the Dark Knight and then to the Cesar Romero shit. But like, it just here's the meme.
That's pretty good.
It says Joaquin Phoenix already looks like the Hot Toys figure of Joaquin Phoenix from the movie.
So there's that one graphic when like the knife, it's like the face and the knife is going in front, and there's a different looking Joker in that, like the reflection of the knife, like his hair is slicked back. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So,
but he's still got the makeup.
He's white. You can't really see the makeup, but it's not the big blue diamond and the red eyebrows.
Because there is a picture of him with his hair slicked back and that makeup still.
I don't know.
There's a picture of that circulating as well.
And here's the thing too. After Dark Knight Joker, like the original visuals of it, I wasn't a fan of.
A lot of people weren't.
You know what I mean? But it is now one of my favorite Jokers of all time.
Right. That's fair.
And the same thing with Leto. My original didn't like it. And I mean, if you look at Jack Nicholson's Joker, who I still love, he looks goofy as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The purple suit and everything.
But my 9-year-old sensibility was signed on immediately.
Yeah, it was like
perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
It fits in that world, I think.
Yeah, so it is in you know, Hakeem is a good actor. Mm-hmm. So I think that
his forehead is a good actor.
Yeah, I think he'll be able to pull it off.
I love that.
So I'm ready to trust.
His forehead emotes more than Tyrese.
I hope this isn't a prequel of the Joker from The Dark Knight.
Oh, I hadn't even considered that.
That's what I feel like.
I hadn't even considered
There's a meme that says, "Hey, can I copy your homework?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's fine. Just change it a little bit so they don't know." Okay. And there's a picture of him and the picture of what's his face.
I hadn't even considered that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, let me see if I can find it.
What do you like? Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Percentage wise is the answer I want to both of you guys. If this isn't his final form, right, and his final form is a more traditional Joker in some respect, right? Like even the Jared Leto Joker is a more traditional Joker than these images that we're seeing of this, right?
Like that doesn't look bad.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Right suit.
But if we do get a traditional Joker at some point during this movie, the percentage that left movie time wise, what do you think it is?
5 minutes.
No. Like with the scar?
Or whatever they end up doing. It doesn't necessarily have to be a scar, you know? Like it could be just face paint, which I'm okay with as well.
Yeah.
But
there's a I'm loving it.
yeah, but what do you think? Do you think that we're getting a traditional Joker in the second act, first act, third act, and if it's in the third act,
second act.
I'm gonna guess third act, and I'm gonna guess at the end,
Yeah, me too.
Like the unveiling of the scar.
and like I said, like it may not even be a scar. It may just be
His final
he paints,
makeup. Yeah.
maybe just
In this image, there's definitely drama going on in the background. Like if you look at the images, like there's like people fighting, and it looks like there's clowns fucking around with other people. So this might be it. So
I'm not
I'd
saying
say
that's
this,
definitely.
I would say that this Joker is like the beginning of the second act. Something's going to happen that's going to cause him to go crazy mad, crazy nuts, and then we're going to get that.
I can see it being an unveiling of the end of the movie, though.
Maybe.
At the Epic Head review.
Are you excited about it?
Yeah,
Maybe excited's not the right word.
I think I am.
I'm definitely intrigued.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
I mean, he definitely looks fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I haven't seen these yet. But they're not bad.
No, but usually when you do say something like that,
Yeah.
it is bad.
I mean, they're not bad.
Yeah, I'm
Like the red nose might be too much for me.
I like it.
It's very ledgery. It's very
See here?
ledgery.
See, I haven't seen this either.
Yeah,
See,
they had
this-
the one with like.
See this? Oh, this gives me a little bit of a hint. This seems like it's a job, and that he's wearing the makeup that
Underneath.
matches the mask. So
But
that,
it's a thing. Like every Joker has done that, where they wear a mask with the same
oh
makeup and take it
yeah,
off.
Let's-
Yeah, Caesar Romero did it.
Yeah, I think Jack Nicholson did it. Heath Ledger did it.
Jack
There was
Nicholson.
a picture meme of like all of them next to each other, and they all did it.
oh yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
this
that one
is
right
it.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the Caesar Romero one. That's the Dark Knight one. And that's the new one. It's the same design too. It's
Yep. Some homage to that.
yeah. I don't know. I'm definitely. It's got my attention, and I'm not
Yeah.
mad at it.
like and physically, he really looks the part. Oh shit! There's a live action thing. Hold on.
And he looks.
Watching it again. It's a bunch of people
Yeah.
like running off. This is a bunch of clown looking dudes. He's coming off a thing. Sorry, Joe.
It's fine.
I like his movements.
I do too.
It has.
It
has
looks like it's the 1970s too, by everybody's garb.
Oh, I didn't even consider
Yeah.
the era this is in.
It has the right kind of swag.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not hating it. Oh. Somebody had the Heath Ledger Joker.
Clapping.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at
And
it.
then somebody did this.
Why is this so crazy looking?
It's spaced out. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cause I zoomed in.
But yeah, so that's that.
I like that.
Let's do this one Star Wars bit, and then if we want to do a question or two, or save questions for
that's
another
fine.
day.
Let's do it.
So Bob Iger gave a speech, I think at the same press conference, like for the shareholders or whatever.
Yeah.
And he took responsibility for Solo. He's like, it's on me. I'm the one that wanted it to be so shortly after Last Jedi.
Just gave it a 7.
And
Just now.
Solo.
Yeah.
And I gave it a 6, right? Yeah. And he was like, going forward. So this is what I took away from it. Solo 2 is definitely not happening ever. For one, For 2, you won't see.
It's called The New Hope.
You won't see more than one Star Wars movie ever again, like a year. That's not going to happen. And you might see them spaced out more after 9, because he said there's a lot going on in development after 9. Mm-hmm. He mentions like the Rian Johnson trilogy.
So it's still happening.
Yeah, the Game of Thrones trilogy, which is just like what people are calling it now. Mm-hmm. Like that's one of the problems that I have with the way that they're handling Star Wars. It seems it's very reminiscent to me of the way that Warner Brothers is handling DC, where it's like, just tell us so people stop calling it the Game of Thrones trilogy. Mm-hmm. You know, because like that shit's gonna stick.
Yeah.
You know, and people are gonna start calling it that forever. But they so my thing is, I'm not sure if Solo is gonna have pretty big ramifications on the frequency that they release material. It seems like at the very least you won't see more than one a year ever again.
I mean, I think it wasn't only Solo. They were talking about The Last Jedi as well.
Not in this. He's talking about Solo, and he's talking about why it failed, and it's on him. That's what he says. It's my fault.
Yeah, oversaturation not good. As much as I would love something, like just too much of it is not good.
We've talked about it. It's had a weird fucking rollout. It had like
I didn't hear nothing really, and then I don't know. It was odd.
And we've also had the conversation on here how that super veil of secrecy, it needs to go away. Like you need to
find a good balance.
Yeah, like you start feeding the beast, because otherwise the narrative becomes something else. You know, like we started seeing posters, and that there was that fucking movie theater cup that had imagery of Han Solo on it that was like supposed to be released at summertime.
Yeah.
And that was like the first imagery we saw of Han Solo, and they let that shit ride for fucking months. It's like you have to get ahead of that. You have to create the marketing narrative. You can't let the fans in the world do it for you. You know, but they're just so goddamn scared that somebody's gonna know the big secret. Like, dude, I heard he's going to be in the Millennium Falcon. He's going to have a friend. His friend's going to be named Chewbacca. Like, just let the shit out. Let it out. Like, push it. Keep. Look at what Marvel's doing in terms of Infinity War. They fed us. We got a teaser a year out. We got a trailer 6 months out. We got plenty of promotional footage. We got toys that were coming announced and everything else. The only thing that they got upset about was the Iron Spider shit leaked in a toy.
Yes.
And so that let that cat out of the
Yeah,
bag.
but they kind of already showed that in the damn Spider-Man movie.
Yes, but they didn't show like the arms.
Yeah.
But like
we all knew.
Yeah. But look how much
I wasn't sure.
Look how much they still kept under wraps. You know, like most of us still, I feel like the majority of the world speculated about that movie, what it was going to be about, how it was going to, and everybody was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, but they gave you plenty of information. Mm-hmm. They just led you a certain way.
Yeah.
But they didn't let the fucking world lead them.
That's clear. Good marketing.
I feel like DC does it. I feel like Star Wars does it. I feel like this Predator shit did it just recently. Like where the marketing material, like fucking Phil hitting me up like a week later, like, you see the fucking trailer? The last trailer hit. I'm like, no, no fucking clue. You know, like there's a problem there.
I never saw the last trailer.
Yeah, there's a problem there in the way that shit is marketed.
Did he generate buzz at the right
Still went and
time?
saw that fucking movie.
Yeah, you did. You're a brave soldier. Let's see here. Do a couple questions.
I think my rule now is, since I'm not gonna be down for Thursday night movies, that if I do get an invite for something on a Friday or the Saturday thing, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
So you need an invite?
No.
I'm open. I'm waiting. I'm sitting here I imagine you buy a rotary phone. Let's see here. We have
a shit ton of questions.
All right. And I'm just going to edit. I'll edit this.
Just delete the ones we do.
Yeah. So this is from John. He says, if you could bring an IDW Transformer story arc to the movies, which story arc would it be? How close would you stay to the source material?
I don't care.
Something other than Last Stand of the Record, because that's too obvious.
Yeah, I don't even think it's the right choice.
Okay.
Like, I think that you would do, in my personal opinion, is you would have, like, you would start off with not All Hail Megatron.
Dreamweaver.
Megatron Origins.
Yes, that's
You
that's
tell
pretty
that
good.
story.
That is good.
You know, and
well,
then,
he's the protagonist.
Yeah, and then the final part of that story is the third film, like you make it a trilogy,
trilogy.
and the third film is him and Optimus becoming enemies. You know, like that's the third film, and then the second film is how he gets interrogated and all that kind of shit, and you know what I mean,
How
Whirl starts it, but like you kind of follow Megatron as opposed to following Optimus. Like you see it all from his perspective. 3 movies and done.
Yeah, because he was a good dude.
Yeah, you know,
I'm good with that.
it was the road to hell with good intentions. You know,
I was thinking a single, or maybe even a trilogy of Lost Light, like how they got on the Lost, like the war. The movie starts off with the war is over now. And
I think that's another
and then
logical
follow
place.
Lost Light.
I think you have to start at a beginning. It doesn't have to be the beginning.
Right.
Patrick Stewart started filming his new Star Trek project today.
Yeah. Hope it doesn't die soon.
Me too.
That would
Joe?
suck.
He's old.
Yeah,
Jesus
bro.
I see people die all the time at work, man.
At work.
I mean, not see them, but
You just work with a really old workforce. They're just
really
constantly
old
like,
customer base.
you're like, hey, could you pass me the napkin?
Like on Sundays, we look through the metro section to see who we know, and usually we find somebody.
So we got one more here from Francisco. He says, Bobby, your sit-down Saturday from a while back has proven the G1 pool drying up and the third party is starting to sizzle out with G1 IDW to the point where it's very likely that we may not have third party in 10 years. Oh, now we're changing the narrative to 10 years. Huh? I'm messing with you. Takara is heading towards Beast Wars, and a few third parties are dipping their toes into original designs, Bayformers, and even more niche options. Take that beautiful TF Prime Optimus figure as an example. What seasons would you like to see get the third party treatment? I'm usually a Unicron Sage RID Prime fan, so I'm pretty much in the dark. P.S. You officially talked me into buying the Zeta Toys Bruticus this week. Now we pray for Minosaur to join him.
I can pay Mr. Russman over here to paint it for you.
So he has like a 3-part question, and one for me,
I
one
think
for
it's a fair price for that, Joe, to paint that thing.
Time-wise, $60. I mean, are you going to get faster at it, do you think?
I don't know. Let's practice.
60? I mean, that shit looks good. I'm looking at it up close. That shit looks factory finish.
Thank you.
As smooth as
it looks-
fuck.
I do think I should have taped it the way I wanted to tape it, though.
with the side pieces. Oh, I would. It's not what I would have wanted.
What a customer
Yeah.
wants.
Yeah. It looks
But
exactly how I
what-
wanted.
Do you think 60 is good?
I don't know.
Like,
Maybe.
There's people that were like, that are upset that I didn't have the feet painted, but like I don't
Oh, what color are the feet supposed to be?
like
the
one is Swindle's color and one is
it green
I
and-
can do that.
yeah, but I've never liked the mix. Like he put on 2 different shoes. I've never liked that look.
Okay.
You don't like
fair
the wing eagle.
I don't like the
chassis
yeah. I
there.
don't like the. I don't
But
like
even
that.
though you did the color, like
Yes, because I dig the color, but I just don't. It just doesn't look as threatening. Like that big toy shield that he had looked like he was fucking gonna kill you. You know. So I think, to be honest with you, dude,
What's the
Transformers.
question again?
It's just to me, and I'll ask yours. He has one for Joe and then one for you. Okay. Transformers is unique to me in the sense that like there's only a small niche of it that I'm really interested in. I love it. I love that niche. But it's not like all this other stuff that I love, like
He's over it.
that I love this huge spectrum.
You know where I see Bobby in 5 years?
hot toys.
Transformers.
If we play this out the way that it's been going, 5 years, I'll be in that one quarter bag.
Yep. Hey, we all end there.
But anyway, the thing is that I like G1, I like IDW, I like FOC, WFC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like FOC and WFC enough to buy the toys based on it.
Mm-hmm.
I just enjoy the games. Yeah. The IDW stuff, I like it enough to buy chug level shit, but when they started doing MPs that were $150 and all, I was like, nope, I'm out. Now, once G1 is done, like I don't care what they do. Like
You're done with Transformers. at
I'm
that point.
done. Like I'm done with collecting. You know,
Collecting Transformers.
Yeah. Now I might swap a piece out here and there if it's infinitely better or some shit like that. But I'm not stressing. Like I don't give a fuck about Armada, Unicron, RID, the other RID. Prime. I mean, I think Prime is a good show, but I would never dream of buying a Prime, like a TF Prime collection. I just don't. I don't like the designs.
You just like the story.
I like the story. Yeah. So I don't really care, to be honest. I mean, it's a cold truth, but now here's something they could do. If they make a movie that looks like these, we'll call them previs effects for this Bumblebee movie, if they start over and go that route and look
Then
the
you
shit,
might
I might be in on that.
I would be in on that.
Yeah. But as far as what we have right now, it's just not my not my pocket.
With that being said, what do you see Shoutouts in 5 years?
Marvel Legends podcast.
Is that all y'all doing now?
No.
Dude, they barely.
Hey,
No,
what-
we talked about Transformers a lot this week.
What is it?
drama?
Oh, never mind.
Adam, I'm getting really close to just dropping my plans for picking up a 30k Raven Guard army due to the Forge World spikes. 2,000 points is now upwards of $1,200. You talk about Space Wolves the same way I talk about my Eldar Harlequin. So I've been snooping around through the new 8th edition Space Wolves Codex and found a spicy combo with the Rune Priest that allows him to make 20 plus attacks easily in a single turn. So I'm considering joining the pack for some fun. Do you have a recommendation for a 2,000 point build? Also, to reference last week's show, War Machine is absolute trash, and while it's cheaper than 40k, the Hordes expansion is vastly superior to War Beast, being immune to the majority of War Machine keywords. And the game is constantly in a tier 0 meta, leasing to private tier press, making emergency erratas, errors maybe? I don't know. Constantly.
Yeah, erratas is fixes.
Okay. 40k is definitely the better of the two. Oh, that was never the conversation, just to be fair.
Yeah, it was the designs.
Yeah, it was just sort of the design's cool.
Okay, the game sucks too.
Well, Adam doesn't even play 8th, so.
I don't play 8th. My suggestion, if you're going to play 8th, pay kill teams. But there's a lot of ways to get your 30k army together without dropping $1,200 on Forge World. I mean, there's a lot of plastic marines that you can get now.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of Heresy plastic machine.
Yeah.
So there's starter kits.
Yeah, there's a lot of starter kits now that actually just stopped selling. I wish I bought a couple more.
Get those on eBay. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But they're probably more expensive now.
So but yeah, I mean, if you like playing games, play Horse Heresy. It's a better game. I mean, 8th is fine, and I've had the new Space Wolf Codex now for a month.
Yeah.
And I haven't played a game in 8th, and I don't really care too. I haven't even read that fucking codex.
A Space Wolf Codex?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to,
I'm happy. I'm happy with the pocket that I am. You know, 8th,
yeah, you found your niche and you stay there.
Of it.
No. That's not. I just finished painting a lot of my Emperor's Children, and I want to start. I want to start an Ultramarine because I painted 5 of those Ultramarine guys. So I want to start a little Ultramarine force. So I'm about to buy a glaive, and I'm about to buy those Ultramarine guys with the storm shields and the axes.
Yeah, with the eagle shield and the eagle faces.
Yeah, man.
And it's easy for him if you want a Raven Guard. Just pick up plastic BK Marines. You can do that. Just pick up.
That's most of Roy's stuff.
Because they had those. They had Mark 6 armor.
And I'll post some pictures of Roy's Raven Guard. They look fucking awesome.
Yeah, that purple tinge.
Yeah, the purple ink. So I can't recommend a good list for you though. Sorry.
The Joe, if you still need to fill the Netflix Voltron gap, go watch Devilman Crybaby.
I heard that was good.
All right, I want to say this real quick. When I first read this, because I'm not familiar, I was like, "Hey man, you can't just speak to Joe any which way you want." That was my initial. I thought he was saying, "Go watch Devilman Crybaby." Oh. and then I was like, "Oh, there's no comma, so it's probably just the name of the show." You'll binge the whole show in a day. Solid 10 out of 10, and definitely anime of the year material.
Oh, cool. I'll check it out.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna see it.
A lot of people. I mean, it's got good ratings. A lot of people watched it.
Dude, I just realized that your biker scout is sitting on a bookshelf now. That's how far you've come.
Yeah, it's a size thing.
Well, you have fucking 2 empty DTOS out there.
But I have a plan for that.
But there's nothing in there yet.
I know, but
that's fucking dumb, dude. That's dumb.
Dude,
it's dumb. There's like a fucking extension cord on the base.
That's my cord.
And it's being blocked by a cup of coffee.
That's Joe's coffee.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
So, Anthony...
I disapprove this message.
Anthony K says, Joe... So this is a good question.
Let me stop and save real quick.
All right. I gotta do a fucking ad. Do you like DC Comics' fast-paced adventure? You think you can threaten my mother? Do you like the heroes going on their chores and quests for justice? Well, are you reading DC comic books? I sure am. You might need a new DC Comics bookmark, shaped in the shape and size of Batman's dick, recently revealed in Batman whatever the fuck it was called. You too can have Batman's veiny member holding the page of your book, waiting for you to jump right in with both eyes and maybe a little mouth, am I right? Enjoy now DC's Batdick. bookmarks and bath towels.
I'll allow it.
The last question, I guess, for today is.
We gotta do policy question. Just out of
Oh
respect.
yeah, okay. Let's do this one, then do policy. Because I'm really curious about this question as well. Because I've actually been. I'll talk about it. Anthony K says, Joe, which protein-rich meals could Bobby eat if he quits meat?
I would go with supplements, man. I would get with vegetarian protein powder
Okay.
because it's not worth it. Like to get the same amount of protein from vegetables, it's a lot of calories.
Okay.
Like you're gonna have to eat more,
Right.
and it's like you're not gonna like tofu. Are you gonna eat tofu?
No.
A shit ton of tofu.
No, and beans and shit. I don't like beans either.
Drink the shake.
So like like I said, I'm not seriously considering exiting meat from my diet, but I have ratcheted my vegetable and fruit intake up like probably 50,000%.
Be careful about the fruit.
Okay.
Like you can actually get diabetes from eating too much fruit.
Okay. Well, to be fair,
It's pronounced diabetes.
to be fair,
diabetes.
it's mostly vegetables. It's mostly vegetables.
Yeah.
But like salads for like 2 meals a day, like just to try to alter some things and see how I feel. And but I had a conversation about it with someone recently, and they were like, "Well, what would you do for protein?" And I was like, "I don't know, because I don't eat tofu. I don't
Beans. There's a lot of beans that protein, but
I don't eat beans. I don't,
no. And also it's about the bioavailability. A lot of vegetables are touted to have a lot of protein, but it's not the same bioavailability.
Right,
as
right,
meat.
right,
I would just do a shake every morning or night.
Yeah.
Vegan. They make vegan ways.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not there yet. But like,
Yeah.
I've just been.
I'll give you $50
I've been toning it down. $50 to it. For what?
to do it
for
for 2 months.
a can of protein powder.
3 months.
I don't know. If I do it, I'm just going to do it because I want to do it. So the $50
No,
is
you
going to.
don't.
$50 isn't going to.
You don't want to do it.
Yeah, I hear you.
You're just talking that shit.
So that's my
It
advice.
says, Bobby, would you still prepare meat for your family, Skullfest, etc.? Definitely. And then he said,
That would make it even harder. You're gonna cook up some bacon and not eat it.
Yeah.
I know this
Get the
dude.
fuck outta here.
I know this dude who like he watched that fucking documentary that Joaquin Phoenix did about like the what the health or whatever, and
Which is
put
a
his
bullshit.
whole. It is a bullshit documentary. Put his whole family instantly on the vegan diet, even his kids, and like dude, I think that's almost child abuse, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People
So-
who force the babies to be.
So Jane has actually been talking about it, right? Like, because she's been over here in conversations with Laura and I. So like, she's been talking about it. She like wants to do it, but then like she was like, "I'm doing it." She's like, "I'm doing it." I was like, "Okay, if you want to try it," she said, "No, I'm not trying it. I'm doing it." I was like, all right, fucking take it easy, relax." So she's like, "All right, I'm doing it." We changed her lunch for the day. We did because she usually has a
To
salami.
vegetarian?
Yeah,
Okay.
she got home from school and she's like, "Look, I'm not gonna do this." I
Good girl.
Yeah, and then what do we have? Paul C. Where's Paul C's question?
Toward the bottom.
All right. Paul C. Which do you find sexier? Oh, and to Adam, he said hi. Which do you find sexier? More skin or more form fitting? Is it different if you're taking real life versus fantasy? Fantasy definitely more skin.
Real life.
I think in real life I can appreciate both.
Dude, I've learned, like, as a young man, I love a naked woman. But like as an adult, I prefer something on him.
I think
even if it just socks. I don't know.
I think socks gotta get the fuck
like
out.
knee high, thigh high.
Yeah.
Not like fucking ankle socks.
Yeah. If you got like some old like fucking and they're all scrunched up around your ankles, I'm done. I can appreciate both. I think sexiness is to me doesn't necessarily have to do with it. It certainly can, but it doesn't necessarily have to. It doesn't have to have anything to do with what she's wearing. Do you know what I mean? But I do feel like I generally find what you're wearing a big part of your sexiness, like not what you're not wearing.
Accentuate shapes.
Like there are
Yeah.
people who look better with clothes on than naked.
Oh yeah.
Most people.
No, I mean in sex, not just regular clothes, like sexy wear, whatever, lingerie.
Oh, yeah.
Like it adds to them
Yeah,
what they might lack a little.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it gives you
It
like
gives you a little
vibe.
shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Your battle armor.
just shoulder plates.
And that'll do it for today. Shout out to the Cool Table Network. We got Shadowcast Uncut, Into the Realm, Beer and Bolters 40K, Plastic Fanatics, Stasis Lock, Toy Detox, and Building Up to It, Breaking the Mold, and Fresh Communications. And then shout out to the rest of the Nerd Rage team. We're going to be at Baltimore Comic Con this weekend. Table A248 if you want a home base, but Adam and Dante are going to walk around. We're going to see if we can't lock down some people to do some interviews in the future.
I got a great gag for Dante to do.
Good.
He's going to go slap people.
Shout out to Black Phillip Raul.
Oh, you don't want to interview me because I'm black? Okay.
That's great.
Good angle.
You get that on tape?
Marilyn Phil, Dante, of course, and Manny. And most of them will be in attendance. And then that's it.
Stop by, say hi, buy some blankets.
Yes.
That's only, 4 of the nice Sherpa ones?
Oh, the Sherpa ones. We ended up getting a few extra ones.
Nice.
But yeah, we got a Groot Rocket one. That looks good.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, it was hot. It was like crunch time.
And so for all of our Patreon supporters, really appreciate what you guys do for us, helping us get some new equipment. We'll be purchasing a new computer here pretty soon. And all of our listeners, listen, we're sorry about the sound quality issues here. We do try to, bring you guys a high quality show in regards to the audio. We don't know how the content is always going to be.
Patreon got the fine volume, though, to be fair.
Oh, did it?
No, I'm kidding.
No. So I appreciate, I know how frustrating it is to jack up everything to hear the show. So hopefully this solves the issue. Thanks, guys, for your understanding and being kind of, positive with any issues you have with us.
Appreciate all the comments, all the people who actually came and answered about my question on the news. There's quite a few of you. Appreciate it.
And if you're not contributing to the Patreon, or even if you are, but especially if you're not, and you want to help out, tell a friend about the show, or hit us up with a review on iTunes. All that kind of stuff helps us get into the people's ears. So the
5-star review really helps us out.
Really helps us out.
And with that, be excellent to each other.
Palabius.
Tight dick player.